just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life. Without any thought, I keep moving on. I don't even care if my soul is gone. So many words that I should have said. Not concerned about how to live instead. Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life. Nothing in life is good. Tired and misunderstood. I would fight if I could. If I believed I should. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to say. Take control of your own life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life.
That wasn't a very good mix today, was it? Morning! I just unmuted it.
I know it's easier to get along peacefully, but have you ever thought about you? Don't know why I keep on doing what I'm told to do, when the rules are made up by someone we never knew. Baby, wipe your tears and hear me out. We don't need someone.
And now we've been offered worms.
Let's do the streets on a Monday. Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always worry about money when you can get rich for trying to see the outside?
Good morning. Hello, everyone. How are we? Happy, was it Thursday? Hello, you little worms. Midweek stream. Indeed, midweek stream. Hope we're all good, my gang, my guys, my worms. I forgot about this until about now, and then I remembered. And now we've been offered worms. Now we've been offered worms. Skilly, welcome in, buddy. Murray, how are you doing, my friend? Keeney, you're working today. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope we're all well, though, everyone. We got Breezy in. Good morning. We got Leonie. We got Train Car. We got Murray. I think I've said that already. Woodchip was here earlier as well. And we've been offered worms. I've actually started to send some players to Worms, chat. We'll have a look at that in a second. Hope you're feeling better. I think so. Let's turn this music down a little bit. I think so. I think I'm getting towards the end of it. I felt horrendous on Monday, Tuesday this week. Not great yesterday, but a little bit better. And today, I mean, I've only just woken up. I say that. I've been awake for about an hour and a half, but you know what I mean, right? I've not actually spoken words out loud yet, but you can probably hear I'm a little bit coldy. But yeah, it's horrible. Full of cold I was. Sneezed about 57 times in a 4-hour Periods. It was horrible. I hope you're all good though, everyone. That is just the way, isn't it? I've just whacked my desk there with my knee. Did you see that? The wiggle of the mic. Just watch the Plymouth vid. Love it, Murray. Yeah, new video out this morning. The Plymouth episode 4 came out this morning. Hope didn't infect the rest of the squad. Yeah, I hope not. Boss came into work yesterday despite being ill because he had to get out of the house. Don't do that. Do not do that. I like how that's like the thing these days, though. It's like, I feel like we've moved towards now, if you're ill, stay away from me. And I like that. I like the opportunity to stay away from people with more social acceptance. So I hope that continues. But yeah, don't do that. Big fan of that approach. Exactly. Yeah, if it's more socially acceptable to just not go to work because you feel ill, I'm all in. Lenny Dog is well. He's flourishing. He's thriving. He's not here. Is the reason for that. He's living his best life in Devon again. I know, Captain Devon. She's going. It's 30th birthday times this year for us, so she's at another one of those. Lenny's gone because he gets to go to the countryside. She did send me this photo yesterday, which I feel like you'd approve of, chat. Look at him living his best life by a fireplace again. Look at him cooking. He absolutely loves it, and he's been in the field this morning, so I think he's happy. What a king. What a wonderful boy he is, isn't he? Well, he is a king. He is living his best life, so don't worry about that. He's just not here asleep in his bed. I can see his bed there. Is that sad? You know, when you can see, oh, there's his bed. There's one of his toys on the floor as well. I mean, if we go to Lenny Cam, it's a sorry state of affairs. You can't see the bed in it, but you can see there's just one of his toys just on the floor. Look. Sad. But no, he's living his best life. He's all good. Midweek stream indeed. Tom, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. Sadly off to work in 30 minutes. That is a shame. We might be in Football Manager by then. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sorry about all of those of you that are working though and can't watch. That is a massive shame for you. I'm sorry. Some of you might be able to be working and have it on in the background though, so that's a bonus, isn't it? Lenny is a wonderful dog, Matt. He is indeed. I'm glad that the stream appreciate him as well. Currently sitting in pit lane in Albert Park. What a time to be alive. Hodsy is not living his best life. There we go. That's cool though, buddy. Am I dreaming? Is it the weekend? Clay's streaming. What's at work? What is happening? I know, CRT. It's madness, isn't it? It's a Thursday, and here we are. Phila, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you're good. Yeah, we're doing a Thursday stream. I do have some bad news though, chat. We'll share this now. Whilst there's not as many people here, I guess. I'm at a stag do at the weekend. So, well, there won't be streams, which we're doing today. We might be able to do another stream tomorrow if we're lucky. Depending on how my voice hands up. Rip weekend streams. I know it's kind of so. I feel I've put this in the message in the Discord. Been really frustrated with life being taken away from streaming time recently, but yeah, hopefully we'll get back into a bit of a rhythm soon. But yeah, sorry about that. How's the week been? I'm off shopping. Nice, EJ. Week's been horrible, really. I've been sick. Well, I've been ill. Yeah, I've had a horrible cold and not felt very good, really. I've also I went to the dentist about this toothache. I was supposed to go back yesterday, but they cancelled that appointment, so that's fun. So I need to reschedule that. But also, how can you I can't just. It's very annoying not being able to. I can't do it in work time, and I don't think they're open after 5. So I'm like, I have to wait till the next half term now. So that's another tough one. Imagine being a student going to. Yeah, that'd be mental, wouldn't it? But to be fair, old dirty dog, it is half term, so it's slightly more acceptable, isn't it? Phil, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. How's work for you? I hope it's good. Hope we're all well, everyone. Thanks for being here on a day where we don't usually stream. I appreciate you being up with it and seeing that we are streaming. I did mention we do a midweek one. I did plan to do yesterday, but I wasn't feeling very good, so there we go. I'm out, but we move. I don't know what that even particularly means, to be honest, but I'm here for it. Good work. Right, shall we? If I just turn my phone off there. Should we jump into it slightly? I feel like we probably should, shouldn't we? Play some FM. I'm not sure I even want to actually play FM today. We've got Bayern Munich in the first game. We're on match day now, and we're away from home, and half of our team is still playing for Brazil under 23s or under 22s, whatever it is. Hope we do have a good luck roll. I'm not massively optimistic, but yeah, I've also made some changes to the stream, chat. Are you ready to see it? I was off, wasn't I? I've been off, haven't I? And not feeling very well, so I've just been like seeing what I can upgrade in terms of the stream. I think it's quite cool. I'll show you on here. Look, so first of all, ignore the fact that that is massive. That can go back to now, but this is an option we've got. Look, we can change the zoom of many things. Look, we can go and zoom in on if we want to. Oh, if we zoom in on there, look, and have a little look at things, we can do this, look, which is cool. We can go to the middle. Oh, hello everybody, we can do that. We can also go over here, all on the same scene, look, for the match times. That's cool, isn't it? That's fun. Also, this is probably my favorite thing, because it's really frustrating. Look, if I don't like going to this camera too much, because it blocks things and it's really small. But also you can't see the team selection when you're here. So we can do, instead of that, we can do this. Oh, that's who we're playing in today's game. Are you having fun playing with the Zoom? I am, yeah. I am, but we can do that, look, as we do our team selection. When we talk tactics, we can do this. And if we want to hide our tactics because we're in the showdown or something, we can do this, look. Oh, no one knows. I mean, you can probably work it out there, can't you? But oh, look at that, clever. There's more as well, stuff. Like, you'll see. But yeah, I thought it's a nice little fun thing, isn't it? Doing a little thing like this as well. If we want to look at Marcos Antonio, is he good enough? We can sort of actually. Should we look at his attributes? Oh, I think we should look at his attributes like that. Look, a little bit of a zoom in on those as well. So, yeah, I've been busy. I've been having fun. Any other ideas like that, by the way, let me know and I'll see if I can make them happen. I've downloaded so many plugins for OBS. It's also good for like videos, I guess, as well. I can use it quite a lot in those. So yeah, sick, isn't it? Slick and sick. There's also in the Plymouth video, did you notice there were some new transitions? Because that was something else I've done too. So yeah, I wasn't able to actually record, but I've done like stream stuff. Kat was loving it. I was sat opposite her while she was working. I was sneezing away and doing this. But yeah, it's fun. Today, this is the situation. I should probably move out the way, shouldn't I? Let me go over here, look. I actually do have to go out very soon, which is a shame. Yeah, it's very windy today, and then probably tomorrow as well. It's this, was it storm? What's the name of the storm? Dudley. Is it that? There's also people doing work outside my flat at the moment. So if you can hear roadworks, it's because they're literally drilling the pavement outside my house. Dudley and then Eunice. Is that how you say that? Is that the next one, is it? Under Freddy, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Yeah, this is our situation in the save, though. Let's actually talk about it a little bit. We've got Bayern Munich away from home. We've just played Bielefeld and lost to them because half of our players... We had to play Marcelo Randolph, do you remember? Who isn't very good. And half of our team are playing for the Brazil under-22s. Busy weekend. Yeah, I bet, Rob. I hope it's all good, though. Now we've got Bayern Munich away, and I've realised that we've still got 5 players out. Does it say here 5 players away on international duty? We're still going to be missing half our team for Bayern and for Frankfurt. They're away until the 5th. And then we play on the 7th as well. So I'm not even sure they're going to be able to play that as well. It's EU nice. I see what they've done there. Route 1 football will be fun in the storm. Yeah, that'll actually be very interesting. Yeah, I'm worried about this. We've got 5 players missing. They're actually quite important players as well. Like these guys here, if I move out of the way. These guys here, look. Martinelli, Renan, Calvin, Caligari. That's both of our right backs. And Angelo, who has been a starter this year. I'm annoyed. Well, they're going to miss 3 games of our season. Not only 3 games, but the team... We're playing Bayern Munich, who are top of the league. We're playing them away from home. It's horrible, really. Also, the team that have won the last... How many titles in a row is that now? A lot is the answer. And then you go back to like, I mean, they've been so dominant, haven't they, in Germany? I mean, that's not a surprise. But yeah, it looks like this year is not going to be our year. After, I think we were 5 points clear at one point, weren't we? We were kind of hopeful that it was going to be our year. It's not, is the way it looks. So it's a shame all round, really. But yeah, we're going to play them. It is today, actually, that match on the 27th, look. At 3 o'clock, so we're going to get to that. And then we've got the end of the transfer window. I don't think we're going to do much business unless Cabral leaves, which he kind of might be. I've accepted a bid from... I'll show you on here. I've accepted a bid from... I think it's Palmeiras. These are the transfers out. Arau leaves. Oh, yeah, it is. It's... I've accepted a bid here from Palmeiras for Arthur Cabral. This one's been accepted. £15 million. So I don't know if he was interested or not. Do you remember? I don't know. Either way, he might leave and that might give us some money. And then I might go and buy Leonardo. I kind of looked at him and thought he's probably going to be really good in the future and we can get him for 12 million. Marcus Leonardo, where is he? There. It'll be actually a trade because they're interested in him. We'd actually it'd be a trade plus we'd make a bit of money and I feel like that might help. We have talked about it already, Trainco. I haven't done a link to it because I don't have a link ready, but someone should provide a link to the video. You're right. You are correct. I wonder if we should sign him. I mean, if we have a look at his profile. Oh, I've clicked it twice. He looks pretty good and he's 20. Oh, Wordle today, chat. No spoilers, but I got it in 6. But in fact, I'll show you. Can I show you? I won't show you the answer. Don't worry. I don't do spoilers. I'll do a screenshot of that. I got it in 6, but on guess 2, this might resonate with people if you've done it. I got it in 6, but on guess 2, I had 4 of the letters. Like, look. Let's do this, look. On guess 2, I had 4 of the letters correct in the correct places, but only got it on guess 6. That's what we're talking about. It was a horror show, but at least I managed to actually get it correct, I guess, in the end. It just could be snowing on Saturday where I'm going to work, so I'm hoping it doesn't snow. It's an hour there and an hour back. Ooh, yeah. Hey, Deck, how you doing, buddy? All worms, aren't we? We are. And now we've been offered worms. Very similar to you, was it, Tom? No, was it? Oh, dear. Yeah, I think... I feel like a lot of people, there just must be so many different options that you can go for at that stage, right? Tom got it in 1. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I did actually see that tweet. He says anyway, doesn't he? Anyone can tweet that though, can't they? Someone spoiled it. No! I hate that. That's so annoying if people spoil Wordles. You can't be doing that in life. You can't be doing that. Your play, yeah, I guessed it was a play on the name Declan Rice, and your name is Reese. But I've still called you Deck the whole time, haven't I? So, shall I call you Reese? Not Rice, Reese. I feel like I probably should, shouldn't I? Emu Hinner, thank you very much for the follow. Also, Filler, thank you for the follow before that. I appreciate you. Let me know what I should actually call you. If I call you the wrong name, by the way, chat, I'm happy to correct it. I probably will forget, but there you go. Call him Clun. Emma's fuming, the chat kicked off. I can imagine. It's a Valvertising on it. Right. This is something I've done that I saw. Well, Kat sent it to me, actually. Valvertiser. Get instant coffee and you can make it in the Valvertiser. Like if you get like a Zero, because a Zero's nice instant coffee, isn't it? Put it in the Valvertiser with a bit of oat milk. It's actually really nice. It's really nice. What are you doing on the week? It's half term, Ian, so we're doing a stream. Right, let's pick this team. And look, we got this ready to pick this team. Let's pick this team. We're going to go with... Oh, I actually don't know who we go with. Let's do a quick pick and see. It says Tellez right wing back. I don't want to do that. Who plays right back? They're all on international duty. Who plays right back? Look at the zooming. Yeah. I actually feel like I should go back to this to show you who's unavailable as well. But yeah, try it. I will... zoom in on the light, but we'll go through the team before we go. We went with that young guy last time and he wasn't very good, was he? Shall I see who they pick if I have everybody available, actually? It goes with Mamet Demir. Could Marcus Antonio do a job there? Possibly. We could do a different tactic. I feel like that's asking for trouble as well, though. Against Bayern Munich as well. I feel like that is asking for trouble. Right mid? We could stick just right mids in there and just hope that it works. It's Bayern Munich away, though. I just don't feel like now's the time. Do we even have a right mid? As in just have no right back? Yeah, put a right mid as a defensive winger. We could do, I suppose. Do we even have a right mid, though? Where is Marcus Antonio in this? I'm going to do that. Where is Marcus Antonio? Can you just do it? He's half a star. Cuisance is a joke, isn't he? He's an absolute joke. Maybe we just do Marcos Antonio there. Ineffectual. Like, he's got the attributes for it, but he just doesn't have the familiarity with it. Tormaina might be able to. We could do that or something. Like, how much do we lose if we do that? Or maybe we do that. Just have a... we probably lose a bit of width, I suppose. But you did your Wordle in 3. Nice. Well done. Let me save that. Just so we can go back to it. What have we got loaded here, actually? Do you know what? Let me... Which spanner was that? We've got so many different spanners on here. That one, wasn't it? Let's go with this. There's an undo button. There is. That's a nifty little tip, Narwhal. Yeah, if you go to quick pick here, there is an undo button there. I wish they make Control Z work as well, by the way, but there is an undo button. That's a good tip. Did a Wordle in 7 yesterday. AK got the answer given to me at 7. Nice. I wonder if we went with a wing back attack, who would get picked there? It would be Tormaina. So I think I'm going to do this. It's a little bit weird, but for this game, let me sort out the bench as well. We're going to let's put a right wing back on the bench in Randolph. Oh, we've also got the list of all these youngsters, haven't we? Where is Kokota Dai? Is he available? He is. I'm going to stick him there because he's a good youngster. Our hot prospect, or one of them. Look at this guy, by the way. A 17-year-old that I realised we've got actually looks quite good. You got a sub appearance the other day, Kokota, as well, actually. This guy looks quite good, look, doesn't he? If I show you here, look. 17. 6'1". Could actually end up being a decent striker, you know. Maybe, I don't know about that, but like... I actually reckon he could be all right. I'm going to see if I can send him to Worms. Yeah, this then is going to be our team for today. We're going to go Neto in goal. I actually need to move that slightly. I don't know if I've just broken it. I might have done. I might have broken it. Oh, so I moved it. Oh, no, I didn't. It's all good. Neto in goal. Tormaina is going to play right wing back or right back as a wing back. Felipe, Gabriel, Zagadao, Teles. It's basically a flat back 5 with him pushed up a little bit. And then Paqueta, Bruno, Cabral, Vinicius, Evan Ilson. We are missing other strikers, aren't we? So that's the way that that's going to work up front. It's Bayern Munich away. I don't have high hopes. In fact, I'm convinced we are going to lose this game, but we're going to see how it goes. Let's submit the team and get into it. Squad numbers need to be given as well. Ooh, Demir wants 7. I'm going to say you're probably not going to get 7, are you? Lots of youth players making their bench debuts, though. You have high hopes. I'm less confident, but we're going to try it. Kingle, thank you for the follow, buddy. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Hope you're good. Positive body language. Sorry. Let's sit up straight. The pressure's all on them, I've told them. Let's pump fists at them and see what we can do. A win? I mean, it would be majestic, wouldn't it, if we did win this game? With the situation we're currently in, the win would be majestic, but they are outrageously good. Thomas Muller is a joke for some reason, especially in this save. Also, Jamal Musiala is outrageously good. Hello, Cheese Cow. How you doing, buddy? Right, let's encourage them early, as there is a highlight almost immediately for Bayern Munich, which Muller is playing in Gnabry, and Gnabry's not scoring. Tellers clears. Come on. Just do what Salzburg did last night. Yeah, I guess that'd be good. Salzburg were good last night, weren't they? I watched some of the highlights. A bit cruel on them to get that late equaliser. But, yeah, good contest. Liverpool, by the way. How good are they? That's a goal. Oh, he's missed. Pick it up, Neto. Already, 3 minutes in, they've had 2 really good chances. I am so worried. We're definitely losing this. Bayern are a joke. They're so good. I thought this year might be the year, but they seem to be even better. That's good cross to Musiala. I mean, it's still 0-0. Bang average. This is just the default skin. Ooh, good block. Default skin. The Bundesliga is licensed, so you do get that. You get the licensed, lovely little starting lineup thing. Confidence, please. I'm sorry. It's pessimism. I'm playing against Bayern now too. Let us know how you get on, Woodchip. Let's know if you get on better than us. As I am being very, very negative, aren't I? You'll see, though. I'll be correct. Drink check. Good shout, Alfie. That's a goal. There it is. 1-0. Musiala. I said he was good. We've got a coffee on the go. Cheers. I actually have not had a sip of this. My first sip of coffee. It's going to make me feel better. You're 2-0 down. Well, I'm 1-0 down in 5. They've had about 8 shots already. It's actually getting a bit cold. I need to drink that quite quickly. So reminders, please, chat. That'll be good. Yeah, Murray, I've got 5 players playing for Brazil against Ecuador. So, yeah, you downed your hot chocolate. Nice. I've also got a... It's a little bit weak, but it's a Vimto. A Vimto squash. It's the last bit, so it's a bit weak, but we're going to make do. 14... We're getting absolutely smashed here. Collected any trophies yet? We won the German Cup last year. How has that gone in? Neto! Hate international management on FM with a passion. So pointless when he basically can't do anything outside of games. Yeah, it's rubbish, isn't it? It is not great. Neto has just let this go in to his Neto. That was terrible from him. You mean diluting juice? That's not a thing. I refuse to believe that. We're 2-0 down. It's 20 minutes in. They've had 12 shots. We just need to kind of ride this one out. I hate it. I know we're going to lose this game. That should have been a third. But we're missing half our team. We've got no right backs. Because for some reason, both of our right backs have been picked for Brazil under 22s. And they're really good. Drink coffee now. Yeah, will do. In the market for a video camera for recording football things. Not really something I know about. The Sony A5100 I've got is good. 3-0. Hamed Junior Traore has scored. With a big ball forward. Right, now I feel like we should change, but we're 3-0 down. Is it really necessary? Literally, Neuer just kicks this long. I actually hate this. You're getting pumped. I knew we were going to. They're really good. Our team isn't good because it's full of Brazilians. And we're missing half our team. And we literally don't have a right back. As soon as you change one member of your team, you lose. They want video too. That's cool. Sony A5100 is good. I don't know if that helps at all. What do we change to? We could do that, I suppose. And do that. Do we have the personnel for this? I think Evan... Can Evan Nilsson do that? Can Cabral do that? We don't have a cam. Who's playing worst out of our front three? I'm going to make a change after 28 minutes. It is. No, it's not a mirror. Yeah, I can't remember the difference between those things. I think it might be, yeah. Just go 10 at the back, don't concede. Yeah. Who's playing worst out of our front three? We haven't even got a cam to bring on. We could do that, I suppose. We're going to do that. We wouldn't know what striker's playing worse because they haven't touched the ball yet. Also true. Also true. I know you don't usually need tips, but have you tried winning? Yeah. Bayern's just a joke. Like, Bayern are a joke generally, but without 5 of your first team players... No right wing backs. It's kind of like we haven't got a chance, have we? I'm actually happy that we've got to half time and it's only 3 there. At least they're not in double digits. Use Cunha. He's unhappy, so it'll be terrible. Players, if they've got bad morale, are just really bad. And then we've had that whole like squad mutiny thing going on, haven't we? Here's Vinicius. I mean, the change has brought about a shot at least, doesn't it? So that's maybe useful. Playing Liga now, PSG is literally unbeatable. Yeah, like if you've got your full team and you're at home and everyone's happy, you've got half a chance. Anything else, not a chance. The change seems to have helped slightly though in this first minute of the second half. I'm going to berate them again, I think. Hopefully get that body language going as they're about to score a 4th. No, they're not. Good header, Zagadou. Zagadou, sorry. But yeah, it's a tough one. Take your time. No. Also, this right wing back has been unhappy. Right back now. He's really a centre back, so that's good. just end the game. It's really tough because we had a 5-point lead. Then we've lost these players. They've scored again. Please be offside. I think he's on, by the way. Lost these players. Now we're 3 without a win. I think so. It's not looking good. It's on. Is it on? It was offside. Okay, we're fine. He was off. I wasn't looking. I was looking at my phone. That's how much I'm enjoying this match. 5.9 from Tormena. I mean, it might be time. Evan Nilsson's on a 6.1. Maybe I took off the wrong striker. Let's give Cunha a little run out then. We might as well, to make our second sub. We might as well give Kokota his debut. Kokota, do you want your debut in... I think actually you've made your debut. Do you want to come on against Bayern? I think it'd be your... I think you maybe came on in the last league game. Do you want to come on in this game, or are you just going to be like, nah, do you know what? You're all right. I'll stay on the bench. We're 3-0 down at the Allianz. How can you leave behind the mighty Vic Holden? That sounds like a very difficult decision. But yeah, it is cool. The matchday graphics are cool, aren't they, in the Bundesliga? It just makes you think how good this game if it was fully licensed across every league, which maybe one day is the aim. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? And you wouldn't have to put like graphic packs in and stuff. That would be unbelievable. A bit like FIFA, but then, I mean, even FIFA have struggled with it slightly, haven't they? With Zebra. Just call in to see if you're going live today. Is that what you were calling for, was it, Musk? With 2 video calls in a row. All right. You're actually going to see if I hit it well. I'll just don't answer. Yeah, commentary would be cool. I don't know if it becomes a little bit... That is weird how there is no sound engineering at all in the game, isn't it? Like, just some generic crowd sounds. I find that a bit odd, but then again, they tried it and it didn't really work. I don't think it needs it. It's just a bit weird how strange it's a game that has no sound in it. I think it's part of its appeal then, part of its magic, maybe. Commentary, I just think would get a bit repetitive because it is kind of... Yeah, I don't know. I turn off the FIFA... Oh, we've hit the post. I turn off the FIFA commentary usually, so maybe that was it. 8 minutes to go. Even music or something, maybe. My sound is you. Yeah, I guess. That's why you stick on a podcast or a stream or something, don't you, in the background? Let's make our final sub. The change has probably been useful. It's a bit ugly, isn't it, playing with a flat back 5, but it's actually sort of helped us weather the storm a little bit, hasn't it? Let's give our little striker Chaika. We'll bring it on. You change it to Portuguese commentary to mix it up a bit. I could put it to Portuguese to really get into the swing of this club. Maybe that'll be like a that should be like a channel points reward. If you all get as many channel points as you need, I'll change it to Portuguese for a stream. And it'll be really acclimatizing myself to the rest of the squad then, wouldn't it? Commentary in strategy games such a no-go. They added to Blood Bowl. It's the first thing I remember. Yeah, I guess then, yeah. I tend to agree, I think. There's no one to watch. I'm listening to audiobooks. Yeah, there you go. Similar sort of thing. Imagine commentary outside match day. Oh no, and he's signing yet another Colombian striker. 5th this window. What? Yeah, I don't know how you'd commentate on that. I don't think you need it really, do you? All right, we're going to get through to the end of this game. The highlights keep on coming. And at this stage, I don't want highlights. I just want the final whistle. We've been pumped 3-0. And it could have been a lot worse. It could still be a lot worse. They're going to hit a 4th. He's missed it. He's skimmed the crossbar. You do, Reese. Or Declan. Whatever your name is. You do deserve a nap. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, my friend. Okay, can we just stop with the highlights? Okay, I'm glad he's missed that. He ran through one of our centre-backs there. Literally ran through him. Blow the whistle. Good second half, lads. That is a yikes, isn't it, really? We've lost 3-0 to our title rivals. We're now 4 points behind them. Only 2 points clear of Dortmund now in 3rd. They've won 5-1. More personal development. What's the point of me getting a wage? Yeah, that's like a thing that comes up all the time, isn't it? I think that'd be quite fun, personally. That was something. I mean, yeah. We didn't lose 8-0. Should be able to use the wage you receive. Depends, like... If it comes a bit arcadey and silly, it moves away from the point of the game, doesn't it? You have to be really delicate with things like that, don't you? And how you implement them. Like, you don't want it to become jumpers for goalposts where you go and bet on racehorses and stuff, do you? Because although that game is elite, so maybe you do want that. But something maybe would be nice. I'll tell you, the thing I always say is the marketing side of things, like the advertising, sponsorships, that side of the game, I'd love to not necessarily be in charge of, but be made aware of a little bit more. Like the chairman comes to you and says, like, we've got these options. What do you suggest? Like, certain managers at certain clubs, I think, would have a certain amount of sway in that. Maybe not sway, but would definitely be informed of it, wouldn't it? Like, we just say, you've got a sponsorship that's worth this much, telecommunications company. I'd like to see, like, generate them in the game. Do you remember, like, in old games where you could choose, like, LMA Manager, where you could choose which sponsor to take on? And you do it based on what it looked like because you were a child and which one gave you the most money. I feel like that'd be quite cool. And I feel like it's a big thing. Like, I think Jack did a tweet about it where he like mocked up a player profile and it had the player's marketability on it. Like, say it was a section that was here that had like, this is how many shirt sales it will generate. This is how many Twitter followers he has or Instagram followers. And you sign like the name, because Manchester United purely sign players based on how many Instagram followers they have. So it's definitely a thing that's in football, isn't it? So yeah, I got their first mods. Have that. So my plan would be you're a poor club. You get a huge contract and you buy a flash car, and the squad of fans are annoyed by this. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Excuse me, Jadon Sancho is the answer. I think I know the answer. How do you feel about the Mbappe rumours? What are the Mbappe rumours? To Real Madrid, or if there are other ones, I've probably ignored them. I don't know what the other Mbappe rumours are. Liverpool, are they back? Are they? It's not happening. So Mbappe to Stockport would be decent. Right, we've lost. We've not won in 3. After the run we went on, to then not win in 3 is a bit of a yikes. We've got Frankfurt at home in the next one. At home against 16th in the league. Still our players are away. Oh my word, I've just seen. Tellez and Bruno are both suspended as well. How? We've got 7 players missing. Doing a Thierry Henry World Tour, is he? I like it. I like it. Yeah, no, it's not happening, is it? He's going to Real Madrid. We all know. We all know he's going to Real Madrid. And it's a sad state of affairs. I mean, it'd be cool if he did come to Liverpool. But he won't. We beat Lupo Martini 6-0. Nice. Why does Ollie French get subbed off every time we play play an under-19s game? He plays 76 minutes and then we sub the goalkeeper, look. I love it. Right, we've scouted Donielli. He's not very good. What did I do whilst... There's a few players that I was scouting and looking at and doing stuff, bits and bobs with, but nothing really mental. I also did... No, the coaching's all good. There was a few things that I was doing. I changed some responsibilities and stuff. I was doing a bit of admin whilst not streaming. Should be able to request to postpone a game. Yeah, I think because it's an under-22s tournament, it's not in the game to be able to do it. I feel like in real life, you probably would be able to ask about that. Don't know. Is it like AFCON where you're supposed to know about it? Maybe. It's not great though, is it? I've got 5 players missing for 3 games in a season. Hello, James. Welcome. Real Madrid was so bad on Tuesday. I hope Carvajal got therapy after that game. I don't know who Carvajal is. I know... Who's Carvajal? I know Danny Carvajalapino, if that's who you mean. I don't know who Danny Carvajal is. Look at that picture. Every time. Every single time. Actually, does this show the picture a bit bigger if I do like that? Oh, not quite. It just misses it. That would have been fun, wouldn't it? Then the other one doesn't, does it? Does this one? Nah. What an image. What an image. Look at him. He's in the UCL fantasy team. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's a shame for you. Someone got 5 points, did he? I guess they only conceded 1 right at the end, didn't they? So, weird. Yeah, Real Madrid were poor. But then again, is that just the fact that they were away and they could... If a 0-0 would have been a great result for them. It did feel a lot like that, didn't it? Out of interest, have you noticed that players seem to hit the woodwork way more this year compared to previous games? I felt like they hit the woodwork loads last year, to be honest. And the past few years. I don't know. I haven't noticed that they hit it more. They hit it a lot more than they do in real life. But I felt like that was a thing last year and the year before. What is everyone's favourite type of tea? Mine is Yorkshire tea. Also mine. Yorkshire is also my go-to tea. Without away goals, what was the desire to score? Exactly. Like even Liverpool yesterday, the only reason... There was times where I was like, Liverpool are happy with the draw here. And then Inter tired, like massively. And towards the end, I was frustrated that Liverpool weren't looking for 3, 4, 5. Genuinely. It felt like they were passing it around at the end. And I was thinking, they could score 3 or 4 here if they really wanted to. But they... 2-0 is obviously a great result. It's better to keep that clean sheet, isn't it, I suppose? They only had 2 shots on target, to be fair. Who's this? Liverpool. That's what I mean. I don't think they even really, like, tried to score. I think they would have been happy with the draw. Inter had 0, by the way. I know they hit the bar. But, like, a 0-0 there, Klopp would have been happy with it. I know for a fact he would have been. I know for a fact as if I know him there. I've spoken to him, and he did say he would have been happy with the draw, so... Yorkshire tea, biscuit brew. I've tried that one on a train. It was nice. I like warm tea as opposed to hot tea. Nice. That does remind me. This is anything but warm anymore. Let me finish it. I go as far as saying it's getting to be a bit cold. You're noticing it more this year, are you, Breezy? You don't like tea? Weird. I don't know if I can play you anymore in the game. These guys are being removed from our shortlist. I don't think that's a massive upset. Where's the Ember? Sorry if you already said. To be honest, it's right here. I just didn't use it today. Just because it was already in here and I was in the kitchen making a cup of coffee, and instead of come and get it, because it was sat on its little charging port here, I didn't do that. So that's why. It's deadline day. I suppose we could have a look at a loan, you know, for a right wing back, even just for this next game. Is that worth doing? I'm going to take part just because there might be a right wing back loan I've just realised that we could bring in just for this next game. It's probably not a smart idea, is it? But I forget that loans can be very, very cheap this year. Not using it out of protest until they sponsor you. That's also part of it, yeah. Right wing backs who are Brazilian, who are interested in a loan, please. Because basically anyone in Brazil you can just loan for free, and then you don't play them and they get recalled, but that seems to be the way it is. Anybody good on here on this list? João Gomez. He's not really a right wing back, is he? He has no familiarity playing right wing back, but he could come in. This isn't very jazzy. This music. Let's come on. Now the song's not even starting. There we go. He's got a bit of pace. Yeah, they're not very good. He's only 17 actually. Cagliari. Oh, yeah, I don't think these are very good. There's a player called Kaka there. All right, maybe not then. If Cabral leaves, we do have a decent amount of money. Do you want to loan me Dodo? He's at Sevilla. Did he leave? Yeah, he left Wolves for Sevilla. We should have signed him. I know we didn't have the money. We should have signed him. They don't want to let him loan, but he would be the perfect right back that we need. And nobody's mentioned him yet today, but Gabriel Menino, are you available for loan? No. You're starting for Spurs. Fair enough. Danilo, 32. Might loan me him. Nope. Shall I look at loan listed as well? Probably should, shouldn't we? Jan Kuto at City could do a job, I suppose. Oh, he's joining Botafogo, so I don't think I can When's he joined? Is that on a free? I think that's on a free transfer as well. We've missed him. I don't think he's that good anyway. This guy plays for Retro. All right. We had a look. I don't think it's really worth it. I guess we continue and see if Cabral leaves then. If he does leave, we might bring in Leonardo. Even Fall, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. God, this music's... Is it about to... Come on. Is it going to drop? No. That's a disappointment, isn't it? They don't have a problem where scouts just stop returning players unless you reassign them. Yes. The scouts seem a bit weirdly buggy this year. I don't know if... Is that a thing? Right, that's a rejection. Is there anyone in the RDA Academy? What's the RDA Academy? Where's Miguel Silveira? I can have a look. I don't know. Have Bahia produced anyone of worth? Not really, no. Theirs is in October, September, though. We need to keep an eye on that. See if we can bring in any youth players from Brazil before they sign contracts would be good. Miguel Silveira. There he is. He's at Spurs. He's loan listed. I don't think... I mean, he's going to be quite good, isn't he? RTD Academy. He's tried strawberry and mango tea. I haven't, Robbie. I haven't tried many fruit teas, to be honest. It's not really my bag. Although Lempsips I've been enjoying them this week. So that's basically a fruit tea, isn't it? But no, he looks way worse in your game, but he's 20. Yeah, he's not... He's only 20, but I don't know if he's going to be quite... good enough for us. I don't know. He looks all right. RTD Academy. I don't know what that is. Oh, the Garn. Oh, okay. No, I don't think I have them loaded, so I don't think they're going to produce anybody. Similar as like mimosas, right? Had a mango beer on the weekend, which is quite nice. All right. All right. Interesting. All right. 7 hours remaining. I'm just going to wait to see. Who's that Yuri? Did we get offered him? Zagadow's actually wanted by Sevilla. If they make a bid, what are we doing? He's worth 30 mil. PSV are yet to make a bid for... oh, he's rejected them. He's rejected them anyway. Right, let's offer him out. I see. Should I know what? This might tempt PSV back in. We've got 6 hours to sell Cabral. Not that I massively need to be honest. We've had bids, though. Hoffenheim, PSV, only 10 million from PSV, and Frankfurt. Hoffenheim are in the division below. He wants to go to Frankfurt. They've only offered £7.5 million, though. I'll accept that. Stays in Brazil, stays in Germany then as well, which is... could be useful actually in the future. You brewed your own beer for a while, then realised people get paid to do this, and I stopped. Yeah, fair enough. I'm a big Rubicon advocate. Okay. Got to be PSV just so it's not coming into the division. Yeah, I guess. Hoffenheim are in the league below as well. Pal Solo. Also, I don't know if he's that good anyway. But yeah, PSV would be the dream. I just... Ooh, if they offer 15, it's a deal. It's a steal. They're not going to. Percentage of profit's decent, though. I'll pay a bit more on his wages if you give me 15. I think... you don't need that. Do you know what? We could do 13 plus some installments. I don't mind installments. Have to shoot Skilly. I'll catch you soon, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on the next stream. Just gives me flashbacks when I sold a trash centre forward to a mid-table club and he ended up top scorer. Yeah, it can happen, I suppose, can't it? That's fair. Alright, I've said no to that. That seems like a fair bid to me. I guess they didn't want to pay... Maybe they've only got 11 mil to spend now, which, to be honest, he's way better than at this money. That would have been a steal anyway. That's just straight up getting rejected from Frankfurt, though. So I've accepted Hoffenheim. He does want to leave, I think. Wants to start more games. Disappointing no efforts have been made to loan him out. I mean, I'm trying to sell you, mate. So... Making money and bringing in... Replace Cabral with Lorenzo Luca. We're signing only Brazilians, Josh, unfortunately. And the last time I checked, Luca was not Brazilian. So, unfortunately, it's not really a goer. He's actually gone to Parma as well in this save, which I think is quite cool. Let's see if we get anybody bite on that. They might do, you know. PSV might come back in with that, maybe. Yeah, all good, Josh, all good. But that is the reason. That's why we're a little bit hamstrung with these some of the signings we can make. That's why I kind of like, I'm not sure we should necessarily sell some of these players because there's only so many players who can replace them who are actually going to be better than them. So yeah. Do you only buy fully Brazilian or also dual nationality? Also dual nationality, but at the moment, to be honest, we've got to the point now where we are pretty much fully Brazilian. We've got Zagadou is like the last Remainer in there, who's French. Then we've got some youngsters here. These are all 17-year-olds, but we're pretty much all Brazilian looking at the squad. Zagadou might leave. Well, he's probably going to go in the summer. Can they be any nationality if they're under 23 or do they have to be Brazilian under 23? So the... Jesus, like mastermind this. The club vision says this. It did sound like that, didn't it, Dan? We can sign under 23s as long as they're anything, and we can sign Brazilians at any point. We can also sign other players, but in terms of the save, we are Hertha Brazil. The whole idea of the save is to try and only sign Brazilians. So that's kind of the plan, if that makes sense. Like, it's up to us what we do. It's not like it's hard-coded or anything. But it's not like the game rejects them. But it's kind of up to us what we decide to do. Chaika is going to go to Worms. Can we get a round of Worms, please, in the chat? And now we've been offered Worms. So he's going there. Our 17-year-old striker is going to go score goals for Worms. Does keep him in Germany, which is nice because the Worms are German. Petrovic has rejected Worms, which is a shame. Giovanni is a good Brazilian. Question from Philip Burns. There it is, look. Giovanni. I don't know who Giovanni is. 12 million. Right, they've offered the... Right, they've made the bid. PSV. I think he might go there. I'm going to accept it and see if that happens. Answer me right now. I don't usually answer you. I'm going to decline. Right. We've got somebody on loan to Worms. This is hilarious. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of, Maze. I don't think he's very good anymore. At one point, he was quite good, though, that Giovanni, wasn't it? That's actually spelt differently as well. Giovanni Dos Santos is the one that looks like, the spelling. Oh, Kokote, you've rejected Worms. But the next news is good. Francinho Jr. is going to Worms. Ollie's off to Worms, everybody. Where? The best part about this, by the way, is that... When I offered them to him, they said he'd be a good backup goalkeeper for them. Ollie's going to Worms to go and be a backup goalkeeper for them. Poor guy. Poor guy. But he's now at Worms. Worms have 2 Hertha players. Is there anyone else that we can send to Worms? We need to go to here and have a look. Is there anybody else that we can send to Worms? Under 19s? I think you're too young, Rye. You guys are out on loan. Sort by potential here. Jens Schultz too long. Marcio Gleison could. Do you want to go to Worms? Occasional opportunities. It's not really worth it, is it? He's from the same club, is he? Who, Giovanni? Inverted winger. Can have a look for him. We don't play wingers, but... Oh, yeah, he's 20. He'll be okay. He'll be okay, actually. He's probably cheap as well. He is. Does he have... He doesn't have a release clause. Hertha 2. Do you have anybody to send? Petrovic would have been a good shout, but he didn't want to go to Worms. He's now considered a third league player. He's wanted anyway. Do you know what? Should we offer him out on loan to anybody that isn't Worms then? Who are you? Why do I have you? Are you just a... Did I sign him? When and why? Surely not. I don't know who he is and why he exists, that player. Imagine that as a manager of a football club. Who are you? It was like, who... Like Ancelotti was at Everton, right? Did Pav sign him? Maybe. In-game Pav, yeah. Maybe, I guess. Reckon I should try and book Walkabout. Go for it. This is Musk trying to make stag do plans during whilst I'm streaming Football Manager here, everybody. What do you reckon he should do? Should he try and book Walkabout? Anybody else in here? Are you the Brazilian? You got Alexandrino. He's not very good, is he? He's only 16. 2 days before. Yep. Ancelotti with Luke Garbutt. Yeah, that was it, Jamie. That's the one I'm thinking of. If you loan players out, will they stop their progression for homegrown status? They will stop their status for... No, it shouldn't do. Apparently not. Although, actually, does it change their homegrown at club status? I think they'll probably be fine, most of them. But we just really what we need is the homegrown in nation, which I'm only sending them out on loan to German clubs anyway. And to be honest, I'm not sure. If they come through anyway, I think has to stay in nation. I think they're staying in the nation. Well, I'm always going to keep them in the nation anyway. Does it change their homegrown at club status though? Or do they, if they come through at your club anyway, do they have it anyway? Like, that's done already, look. Club trained that. If they come through your youth intake, I think they already have this. Maybe. And then I'm only sending them to German anyway, although this guy's apparently done this. Done. Because I don't know if it factors into their before they were 16 or something. Book a beer keller. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Right, should we send... that's in Germany anyway. Let's send him there. It does. So there you go then. I think it's all right. If they've come through your youth intake, it's fine. And these players that I'm talking about are their youth players anyway. Cabral's going to PSV with 3 hours remaining. It doesn't give us a lot of time to get a deal done. But Cabral is actually leaving. Which is kind of sad to see him go. He's been quite good for us. He's going to go to PSV where he did score goals for us, but he was never really like... a worldie for us, was he, Cabral? It does mean we're going to have to say goodbye to this song, chat.
And I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you can learn to work and play and get along with each other.
Goodbye, Arthur Cabral. Goodbye, Arthur Cabral. And I think we're going to go for a very last minute pursuit of Marcus Leonardo. We should be able to get it done because he's got a release clause and we should now have the money in the bank, right? Do we have the money in the bank? No, it hasn't come in yet, but we should, right? When we get 10 million, we should have enough money for this. We're going to go and sign Leonardo back for us. I just think he's worth having for the future. That's sad. That is sad. That song will be missed. It will. From a forum post, if you loan out a young player, time away from the club will not count towards his trained at club time. So you're best to loan them out once they're fully homegrown. Gotcha. So, for these youth players anyway, they've got it already. So, that's fine to do. For players like the Brazilian players, if I want them to be homegrown at club, I should keep them. But if I want them to be homegrown in nation, I can send them to a German club. So, basically, if I'm going to loan anybody, it needs to stay in Germany at the very least. Right, this is a deal that should get done then, really. They got 20% of his transfer fee. We do have the money for this, right? Yeah, we got 13.5 mil. We are going to regular starter. That's a bit of a yikes. All right, he wants to be a regular. See, this is what I mean. Like, everyone's like, wow, don't promise them too much. He will literally not sign unless I do that. He hasn't got much patience, this guy as well. I probably shouldn't annoy him. Look at that agent's patience. Very impatient negotiator is D'Souza Matthias. Right, we'll go with that then. Fine. He wants 57k a week, which is... I mean, again, I don't want to annoy him here. Because he's not going to take well to it, is he? I'm going to try and remove some things. Wage after international appearance is 75k. Has he made his Brazil debut? Not yet. That's probably a way away. If he's playing for Brazil, it must mean he's really good, so... That's all right. Relegation fee... let's give him some bonuses like team of the year. He already wants that. If you make the team of the year from this point, have loads of money. That's fine. Seasonal lamb. If you get 20 goals, have loads of money. Incentives. Incentives. Okay. Got away with the yearly wage rise. Put his wage down a tiny bit. You're going to go to Worms. Petrovic joins Worms. We're going to bring in Marcos Leonardo. There you go. Look. Petrovic. Oh, no. He's not going to Worms. Sorry. That is a lie. Isn't the Totti bonus for any year in his contract? It is, CRT, yeah. Again, I don't mind doing incentive based. If he is going to get in the team of the year, it means he's going to have a ridiculously good season. And if he has a ridiculously good season, I'm happy to pay him money. I'm fine with it. Coutinho. What a great name for this particular save. What's the song going to be for Leonardo? I don't know, chat. Any ideas? Also, Roscoe, thank you for the follow, buddy. More money for the club, probably. Exactly, right? I'm very happy to do incentive-based contracts. He's coming in. Right, we are done. We've brought in Marcus Leonardo. He's replaced Cabral. Leonardo also... Well, I mean, he's a wonder kid. He's only right-footed rather than either-footed, which was useful for Cabral. He's also not as good in the air, but he also is an ex-Hertha player. We had him for one season, first season. He scored 3 goals, but he did only start 1 game before you judge him on that output. 27 substitute appearances. He was also very young then. Since then, though, look at this for a season last year. He got 30 and 59. Like, I actually think this is why I want to sign him. He clearly can score goals. He's got 3 and 4 this year so far. He is he coming in now? I'm just going to check he actually does join now. He does. He will be an option up front. Can he play right wing back is maybe a question we should ask. Let's skip that song. Thank you. Can he play right wing back? Right. Right. That's a done deal. Happy days. B-. The squad now has an abundance of game-changing forwards. It says. Where do we play him? Do we play him through the middle or to the right? Probably to the right, I'd say. Pressing forward to right. Probably in our team. Late and Disorient. Thank you very much for the follow. And also DC Gamer. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in both. Just signed a 16-year-old Argentinian either-footed CB, 6'5". Love that. Right, let's get you registered so we don't forget to do that as well. Martinelli. I mean, I know you're in Ecuador, but say hi to him, please. Give him a number when he plays. Phil's got a question. Right, Phil, this is not a nice question. Some people will suggest that Marcus Leonardo is a panic buy. No. I've planned this for a long time. I wouldn't respond, to be honest. Yeah. Dismissed. Not necessarily Phil there, but I've dismissed that allegation. Feyenoord have made a bid. A decent offer, but I'm going to reject it. Caio George is also going to Lecce. He was such a strange player for us when we had him, wasn't he? He barely played any games. He played 4 matches. 3 of them start, 7 off the bench. He scored 1 goal for us, and it was in the cup final last year. It was in this game here. His 1 goal for us, Caio George, was in this game. After we... I mean, if you've not seen this game, chat, it is an absolute joke of a game. I mean, let me move out the way for you to see. Look at this. We were 2-0 down. No, we weren't. We were 3-0 down in the 82nd minute. We made it 3-1. 3-2. Caio George then equalised in the 87th. We scored in 82, 86, 87 to go to extra time, and then we won on penalties. That was his one goal for us. Paid more for him on loan than what UV paid to sign him. Yep. Worth it, though. He won us the cup. He won us the cup. Yeah, how much did we actually end up paying for him? Quite a lot, wasn't it? Yeah, 1.4 million. Worth it. In my head, I was thinking, right, that means he's going to love us. We'll keep him permanently. In the end, we played 3 strikers and then still barely played him. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. Because if you rotate in this game, you lose. We've seen that already. We've literally lost a game because of the rotation. Or lost 3 games now because of the rotation. He's rejected it anyway. All right. Deals have been done. In January, we have signed Leonardo, Ney, and Salvandi. 2 youngsters and Leonardo. We've sold Cabral. We've sold Fred. We've sold Brenner. Actually, we've loaned Brenner to Bielefeld. Bielefeld are actually doing okay in the league as well. Has he scored for them yet? Has he played for them yet? No, is the answer to that. I think he's played for their under-19s in that time. So that's good, isn't it? We are 4th in our wage output, our wage outlay. Leipzig's still paying more for wages than us, which is quite nice. Wolfsburg spent 55 million in the January window. Who did they buy? They brought in 4 players. Kamal Soa being the most expensive. Wolfsburg bought 4 players in January. Briel and Bolo, Sert Demir, and Boya Mayoral, which is... He does the rounds in the Bundesliga, does Boya Mayoral. I had him for Hertha in a Hertha save a couple of years ago. Cheeky Thursday Clates. G'day, admin and chat. How you doing, Gambling? Welcome in, buddy. Happy Thursday. Did I finish my coffee? No. That's a shame. I've let myself down there, chat. It's going to be cold. Shall I drink it anyway? It is cold. It still tastes nice, though. Is it a mindset? At this stage, if you've got a cold coffee, can you convince yourself that it's an iced coffee? I feel like it's just a mindset thing. Yeah, we've got Caligari Woodchip, although he's currently in Ecuador playing for Brazil under 23s. So that's good. But yeah, we do have him. Oh, that's nice. We just got 20% for Baroldo. We just got 600k. Baroldo's gone to Inter as well. Is he actually going to turn out okay? No, he's not. How have we just made 700k on top of the 4 million we'd already got for him? I mean, we'll take that as a bit of business. We take that little extra bit of money. We're going to get, well, we're going to get an extra million there, basically. No, cold brew, if brewed, is rank. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Chuck some ice in and you're good to go. That's effort. I'm thinking about, shall I just drink it? Look at it. Is that horrible if I drink that? I'm trying not to spill it on my keyboard, which I have done before. Is it horrible if I just drink that much cold coffee? You found a camera. Nice. Nah? Let's have a chat. Let's have a vote in chat. I want a yes or a no. Shall I drink the coffee? Yes or no? Oh, thank you. Ollie
322 resubscribed X14.
Down in one.
Do it for the memes.
Do it for the memes, says Ollie. Thank you very much for the 13, buddy. I appreciate you. Yes, go for it. Yes, nay, yes. This split. The chat is split. I guess the more important question would be, would you do it? Would you do it? Like, there'll be a certain amount of people that will think you should do it because I think it'll be funny. Would you do it, though? This is the content we all come to see. Not a chance. No, because coffee is grim. Yeah, I guess that's fair. If you don't like coffee, you probably wouldn't, would you? Absolutely not. I see. I don't know if I think it's all right. I think it's a mindset thing. I think it's a mindset thing.
Follow me. Okay.
I've not finished it because it was a bit much, but it wasn't too bad. It was all right. Coffee is the lifeblood of the late night, early morning. It is, isn't it? It is. I was looking at the data hub yesterday. Can you imagine that? That's weird, isn't it? I was looking at the data hub. I was looking. This is my favorite part of the data hub, by the way. If you go here, it's only useful for the scatter graphs. Scatter graphs are unbelievable. I love them. Have a look at like things like attacking efficiency and find out where you are. We've got aggressive shooting and wasteful shooting. And all I learnt from this was the fact that Bayern Munich are a joke, is all I learnt from this. But it's all about the scatter graphs. That's all I want to see from the data hub. Let's look at our forwards in terms of scoring as well. Who's our best scoring striker? Like, we're not quite up there. Our best one is Carlos Vinicius. Like, look at this guy, by the way. This Gianni Serra is a joke. And I'll tell you why he's a joke. He plays for Bielefeld. And he's a joke because he is the meta. He's 6'4" and he's a striker. He's big and he's tall. And he's relatively fast. Great pace. Poor acceleration. It takes him a while to get going. But, like, any Brazilian in him? I mean, I wish he was. But no. Literally, if there was anything to sum up the meta that we talk about in terms of strikers, it's him, right? 6'4", decent physicals. That's all you need. He's only got 12 finishing. And he scored how many this year now? He's got 14 and 17, 16 and 19. I stay up late most nights and get up early for work without coffee. Yeah, I guess if you do that without coffee, you're not reliant on the coffee. If you've ever done it with coffee, you kind of get stuck in the cycle that you're going to need coffee to be able to do it, right? I think that's literally part of it. I want to look at this again, actually. That's their scoring. Let's have a look at their shooting. We're kind of middling. I don't know if our strikers are the one, you know. Kainz, Rodrigo. Where's Seri's there? Sarah's there, look. He has a lot of shots on target per 90, but his expected goals per shot aren't that high. Florian Kainz is one of the best. Him and Rodrigo. Rodrigo's been really good. We've not signed him, and he's Brazilian. Maybe Rodrigo should be a target. Is he still at Wolfsburg? At Dortmund? Is he ever at Wolfsburg? No, I signed him for Wolfsburg. He's now at Dortmund. Maybe we should have thought about trying to sign him. How much did he go for? 16 mil as well. Did we miss a beat there? He's a baby Sesko. He is kind of, isn't he, Quinn? Occasionally have an energy drink, but other than that, don't partake in any caffeine. I'm sort of jealous of that. Conker, by the way, and Van Youngsy. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. I hope you're well. Did we miss the boat on Rodrigo? I assume he's not got a release clause. Seems like he's doing bits for them this year. If you look at those at the data hub anyway. Using him as a striker on this right-hand side, maybe, like a pressing forwards. Could be really good. But yeah. Actually looking at the data hub, it's weird. Excuse me. Biggest spenders are there. Barcelona have spent £76 million in... Is that in January? Yeah, that's in January. So, no money issues apparently at Barcelona. They're not even winning the league. They're second. Leonardo needs to be unveiled. I've done that very quickly to our lads. Right, we've got Frankfurt in 2 days. Oh, you've requested it. Why have you requested the transfer right after the window's closed? I'd happily have signed you for a cut price. Oh, they want 59 million for him, so it's probably going to be a no. Yeah, I think in the summer chat, the plan is, well, at the moment, the plan is to get to the summer and hopefully qualify for the Champions League. Maybe try and win the Europa League, I guess, is the plan for this year. It looks like the league is pretty much done, which is a real shame because there was a time where we thought we might be able to do it. In terms of what we need to do, we only need to qualify for the Europa League, so we shouldn't get sacked, is what I'm saying. Even if we do go on a bit of a bad run, which we're currently on. If we drop down to 5th, which shouldn't happen, but even if we do, it's kind of, I think we're going to be okay. Try and qualify for the Champions League, which we should be able to do with, what, 14 games to go. Try and win the Europa League. We've got Metz coming up in the Europa League first knockout round. And then in the summer, Zagadou, bring in Ibanez, and just try and improve the team once again, and then go for the league next year. I'm wondering whether to switch up the tactics. I'm wondering whether to get some wingers in. I'm wondering whether to go to, like... I've been using this for... Have I got it saved, actually? I'll show you. Hopefully we can move away from this next game as well. Oh, I don't know what we're going to do next game. Do I have it saved? I kind of don't want to get rid of these, though. I'll show you afterwards. Basically, it's a 4-2-3-1 that I've been using with... Plymouth that I wonder would be quite good. You're doing a save in Sweden at the minute. The 7-month off season takes so long. Yeah, I can imagine that be the case. Oh, we've got to register for the Europa League. Europa League registration. This could be tricky. Let me move here. This is always stressful. Can I put you in? Oh, I can. Okay, I can't put in another one. So Danilo can't be registered. I can put in Leonardo. He takes Cabral's place, I assume. Who else is not... Arau's not in because he's leaving. You get that pre-season cup, though. Yeah. Who else could I leave out here that could potentially give me a space? Not really anybody, is there? I guess we go with that. Who did I promise that I'd Did I promise anybody that I'd register them? I don't think I did I? I'm just going to go with that. We'll put Leonardo in. It does mean that these guys don't... Danilo's the main one. Danilo and Tormena don't get registered. They might be upset with that. Let's see. Nobody's shouted at me just yet. Let's find out. Everyone was fine. Love it. They weren't upset. Right. Everyone else is expecting more playing time. That's fine. He's going to get playing time. Felipe's trained. Okay, well done. Let's go and do... Did you see that poll? Can I still see it? Monaco fan poll. Should Renan Lodi be in the first team? 90% of people say no. Is he that bad? I mean... If you want to sell him to me, I'll take him. He's Brazilian, of course, isn't he? He's now at Monaco. Monaco have bought Cuisance from us as well. They're signing some decent players. Did Gabigol go to Monaco as well? Gabriel. Yeah, look, Monaco are making weird signings. How many goals has he scored for them? He's got 3. He hasn't started yet and got 3 goals. He's actually doing okay. Shocker that Sprint. Oh! I've got news about Pierre Sprint, by the way. I thought I'd just do this off stream and nobody would ask any questions, but I forgot to tell you. I released him. I was in a fit of rage. In a bout of pure aggression, I did release Pierre Sprint. So he's no longer a Hertha Brazil player. He's a traitor. He had to go. So he now would prefer not to play for us. He doesn't like me either. I drove him to the airport. I did. Dropped him off. Gary Megson's his friend. You're the traitor. I'm not. It's Pierre Sprint. I'd never do anything to Dirk. He was the traitor. The favourite player gone. He was a bad apple. Sometimes you just have to get rid of the bad apple. Okay, you're ready to accept that. That's fine. That's fine. Caligari's happy to stay. That's good. The Sprint dynasty is ruined. No. No. Pierre Sprint was the problem. I'm telling you. He upset me. As a new watcher of Hertha Brazil, what did he do? Chat, can you fill Quinn in? Somebody explain what Pierre Sprint did, because he's an absolute nightmare, that man. No, nothing is not the answer, Leone. That is not the answer. I bet he's laughing now at your poor form. Probably. What are we going to do with this game? We've got so many players missing. Who's going to play right wing back? Pure garbage and made insane demands. Exactly. Exactly. For some reason, he demanded to be in the first team and wanted a new contract. And then the rest of the squad kicked off saying they think he should be in. He should get a new contract. And my argument was, he's not very good. Why would he have a new contract? He's got 3 years left on his contract and he's terrible. I'll show you how bad he was. If I can actually click on him through pure anger. This is how bad he was. He was on £1,000 a week. He had 3 years left on his contract and he was demanding a new contract. And then the rest of the squad were like, why wouldn't you give him a new contract? And wouldn't listen to me when I said, because he's terrible. This chat would have hated the Dirk dynasty. No, they wouldn't, because he was a hero. That was all positive. He never made outlandish demands or anything, did he? There's a difference. Oh, I've just picked... Right, tell you what. Let's pick this team. Oh, Leonardo straight into the team, apparently. Is that because... we don't really have a team, is why. Oh, it's because Cabral's gone, hasn't it? Interesting. Let me go over here so we can pick this team. They're still on international duty. We're missing Tellez, so that means... What are we doing at right wing back here? Can you play right back? No. It wants me to play Bremer as a right wing back. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. What are we doing here? We've got no left backs, no right backs. This is a joke. I don't know what to do. If we do this... Who plays there? See, they can't really play there either. I don't know what to do without any fullbacks or any wingbacks in the club. Are these the best options to play there? I guess they are. Play Dani Alves. He's no longer here. Did he retire? Did we just release him? I can't quite remember now. It means Cunha starting. It means Danilo starting there. Paqueta starting as a winger. I'm not sure that's... He is left-footed, I suppose. Well, yeah, I might change the role to defensive wingers. But then defensive wingers, Cunha is not a defensive winger either, is he? I think the better option is to do something like... Do we have a right back if I just play like a straight up back four? Do I just do something completely different for this game? They're going to have no like... Do I just go to like... I've got like my 4-2-3-1 from like the Barcelona save or something like that. Where is that? Is it just that one? Because we could just go with a back four for this game. We don't really have wingers though, do we? What are we going to do in front? This is just put someone as defensive wing on the right. But we've got nobody that can actually play as a defensive winger on the right. Actually, can Antonio play right mid? No. We just don't have the players. We could. This is an option. We could do this. We could do this. No, I'm actually tempted by that, by the way. Because then we just go Tormena, Zagadou as a left back. I don't love that. But then that means like... We get some good players in this team. Actually probably swap those out and do... Oh, because Bruno can't play, can he? It means Cunha's going to have to start. Paqueta's left-footed. If we play him on the right, defensive winger, I'm not sure that's him either. I'm tempted by this. And like that. Zagadou left back is terrifying, isn't it? Is this just like throwing the baby out with the bathwater? I don't know if that really applies to this, but do you know what I mean? Is this like, do we just play a terrible right wing back and a terrible left wing back and keep the same system, or do we actually switch it up? Do we go with this as an option? Like, is that mental? I'm kind of tempted to try it just for this game. The familiarity isn't too bad. Throwing the baby into the what? Throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I'm doing it. We're doing this. We're doing this. We've got new numbers need to be given to 4 players. You can have more of a striker number. You can have 25 for Zola. Is that a saying? Yeah, that's a saying. Google it. I don't think it applies to this situation at all, but it's definitely a saying. Right. Ralph Hasenhüttl's Eintracht Frankfurt. Can we get a win? It is a saying. Thank you. Right. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to try something. We're going to try something. They're playing 4-4-2 as if to really highlight the fact that we're going with this mental formation. They're playing a 4-4-2. Cunha in towards Leonardo on his debut. He's missed it. Was he onside? He was onside. That's a bizarre idiom. It is a weird one, isn't it? Imagine learning English as a second language. Yeah, it makes no sense. I actually like... Oh, my word. They've lost it. We've scored. Is he onside? Because that is terrible from them. Is he just off? It's a good finish from Carlos Vinicius. If he scores, I want to see Mbappe celebrations, please. Come on, referee. Give it. I'm already doing it. Okay, forget it. He was offside. It was suicide defending from Frankfurt, to be honest. Oh, he's just off. He is off. We've looked okay. First 15. Very high voice crack there. Dan's gone for it anyway, which I respect, to be honest. They've got a corner. Headed away by Felipe. We're on the break. Leonardo back in a Hertha shirt. The fans are loving to see him back. Less so now that he's done that. Just ran straight into them. Lindstrom is in behind. Good save, Neto. Late Anders Orient says OP. Thank you for that. So, we're cleared. Here we go. Marcus Leonardo. Down the right-hand side. When you're saying OP, you do realise that this is my tactic that I've done a video on, by the way. You would like you do realise that, right? And you say OP, we're 0-0 with Frankfurt after half an hour. Is someone on a 6.3 there, did I see? No, we're okay. Found out Jessup still have physical stores. Really? They're going to score. What are you doing, Tormena? How has he got away with that? Slide tackle from behind. Also, Dortmund are losing to Mainz here. Agu. Good tackle, Paqueta. Big clearance. Okay, I don't know how he's got away with that, Tormena, but he did just seem to... Where's the keeper here? Oh, give it to us. Give it to us. Leonardo. We're in. Evan Nilsson. Scores! Goalkeeper's done terribly. Everybody Samba. Thank you very much. Get in there. The meta is 4-2-3-1. It still is, to be fair. It genuinely still is. 4-2-3 Gegenpress. 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress, by the way. Still really good. Lovely ball from Leonardo. That on his second debut for the club. So we had a command. I think we might have done actually at one point. Hello, Mum. Chat, can we say hi to Mum? Stop that dance. I don't know what you're talking about, Musk. I'll do more of it now that you've said that. I got that. Our spanner's got a command. I don't think this one has it? Maybe it should. That was a good guess, Nicky. We're not actually playing the spanner in this game, though, are we? Here's Leonardo looking for a second assist. Why did he just stop running with it? I'll never stop doing that dance, Musk. That's actually a samba where I've been taught by a samba teacher how to do that dance. And that samba teacher was a child in my class, but that's nothing. That doesn't take away from the fact he was an expert samba dancer. Let's get narrow spanner. It pretty much is Hodzi, yeah.
Gifted a tier
3 strikers, isn't it? 3 strikers. Leonardo, second debut, scores. He's offside, I think. Leonie, thank you for gifting a sub to my mother. Thank you. Is Leonardo's dribbling? Yeah, it is kind of conquer. I think it's like 12. We've scored. He's scored a goal, though. Samba. You just can't see the hips. And flourish at the end. You just can't see the hips. It's all in the hips is the samba. 2-0. And Leonardo's got himself a debut goal, a second debut goal, and a second debut goal and assist there. Love it. Love it. We've conceded a lot of shots, by the way, in this game. Yeah, their goalkeeper's letting 2 at the near post, doesn't he? Weird. I don't know if we've played well here, but we've got ourselves 2 goals and we have the lead, which in the situation we're in with all the players missing, I'm not too upset with it. If they run off with their arms up, it's onside. Oh, is it? Is that the towel these days, Conker? I know the linesman used to give it away. I wish there wasn't any tells, to be fair. I wish it was a little bit more random. Oh, is that how you can spot if they're on or off, actually, is it? CRT, we kind of talked about it a little bit. Very good from Liverpool. Inter looked decent. They worked very hard, but they were knackered after 70, maybe just before that. They were gone. Legs were gone, and Liverpool just drove them into the ground, didn't they? They were really, really good. I was impressed. That's a pen. That's GBH, to be honest. Agu with the foul. But yeah, it was a great result. Great result. We're going to have a penalty here, which I'm not sure who's going to take it. It's going to be Carlos Vinicius. For a chance. He hasn't scored in a while, which doesn't fill me with confidence. He smashed it straight at the goalkeeper. Right. I knew he was going to miss that as well. We're checking goal line technology, though. Or can we... That doesn't help at all. At all. Oh, yeah, I wasn't confident for that. Oh, Leonardo! He's ran off without his arms up, so I think he's offside. I mean, that is iconic. My mum is there using the Dan emote. It was offside. So because he had his arms down, we knew he was offside, right? No Mbappe's for you. They're all offside. It was like that Ronaldo one the other day where he argued with the ref even though they were all offside. I'm going to make subs, I think. We'll do... Vinicius missed a pen, so... Look at our bench, by the way. Conor Garrett. Justin Schwanke. Max Zeitmeisel. Like, our bench is terrible. Sorry to Ryan on the bench there. But yeah, we are really lacking on it for bench options. I'll do... we'll do Danilo on in the midfield. I'll swap those, actually. And... Do you know what? Zagadou at left back. We'll bring on Cipriano there. The fans want Schwanke. I mean, the fans might well get Schwanke very soon, swinging. He might be the third sub. I'm not even sure what position Justin Schwanke plays. I'm not even 100% sure if his first name was Justin, as I said it then. Who was offside? Oh, Vinicius was off. I was going to say, it definitely wasn't Evan Ilson, was it? He is. Justin Schwanke is. He's an attacking mid. Tell you what, Mateus Cunha, watch that spot in the team because Justin Schwanke is coming on. We should be able to see this game through from here with a 2-0 lead with the last 5 minutes. Bayern have beaten 5th place Bielefeld 4-1 away from home. Yeah, they are. They're falling away a little bit now, aren't they, Nicky? It's a shame. They're down to 7th as well. Did Dortmund drop points? Dortmund did lose as well, though. So we've got ourselves a nice 5-point gap between 2nd and 3rd. We stayed just about in touch and distance with Bayern, 4 points. Mainz also, well, Mainz beat Dortmund, so it just brings them a bit closer together. Excuse me. Bandy, this is the default skin. Default skin for the Bundesliga because it's licensed in game. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. So the overload tactic did its job there. I mean, we should win that game. It's a home game against third bottom, but with the 2 losses and 1 draw before that, it's always nice to get back into winning ways. 2-0 win. Leonardo had a good debut as well, didn't he? So all good after that. I think we probably should go back to the spanner after, though. Cipriano made his debut. So did Schwanke. And it was a second debut. There's one of our left backs, by the way, scoring... playing 15 minutes for Schalke. There's another fullback of ours playing 79 minutes for Paderborn. We won the German Cup last year, Conker. How is European registration with all the Brazilians? I'll show you. It's not too bad, to be honest, at the moment. This is the Europa League this year. We've had to get... Well, we've registered 19 players, so 6 spaces left over. 6 spaces left over to basically get all of our German players. We've got 2 German players registered. We left 6 spaces to fill that up. We've got 1 Hertha Brazil player, so we've left the 3 spaces left for those. So it's tight. It's not easy, but we've still managed to register 19 of our squad. So it's doable at the moment. Also, what we're kind of hoping to do, I'll show you here, look, is all of these players on this screen are Brazilian youngsters that are joining the club that are 17 or younger. When they join, they'll be at the club. Hopefully they'll become homegrown at club. They'll all count towards that registration. So if any of them are good enough, we can register them. And if they're not good enough, then they won't take up a spot anyway, will they? So it's all that's kind of what the plan is for the future. We've also got a fair few that we've already signed in the past that are hopefully going to, like Savio, that are hopefully going to camp towards our homegrown status because they were young enough when we signed them. He's only spent time in Germany since we've had him, so he'll be homegrown in nation. Savio is a good example of that. We've also got, if I go through, what other examples? Like this Tidy guy. He's now 20, but I think he was young enough when we first brought him in, and he's only been in Germany since. So the plan is basically get young enough players that are Brazilian that become homegrown so that we can fill out the squad with those anyway. Caligari wants a new contract. What? Arturo Vidal wants to be my under-19s boss. I mean, I did put an advert out. He's definitely not the best guy for the job. What do we reckon, chat? Does Arturo Vidal get to become our under-19s manager? He played for Shakhtar. I've just seen. It's here, look. He played for Shakhtar, so he understands the Brazilian way. Then again, he speaks Portuguese, Bruno Lopez. 6 working with youngsters. Yeah, exactly. He's not very good. Shall I see if there's anybody that is interested? How can I do this, by the way? How can I find someone that's interested to be an under-19s manager? Like, any manager. Highlight key things for manager, but also put on working with youngsters. And is Brazilian. Is that how you go to it? Go to the drop down include. On here? General. Where's that on? Include then youth coaches. Next to edit search. Oh, on here? Oh, on this drop down. On here? To the left of search. What? At the top of that bit. What, this add condition? Oh, stuff. I don't know what you mean here. Oh, include that one. Sorry, I got you. Yeah, okay. So include realistic. So I can just do just youth team here. I got you. Sorry. I never use this drop down. Does anyone ever use this drop down here? Chill, chat. So these guys, I mean, are these the best guys for the job? Is that Felipe Luis? We could get Felipe Luis to come and do it. Although I'm not sure I really like him as a person that much. There's a guy called Richard. Julio Baptista. I mean, there's our answer. Arsenal legend Julio Baptista. That's our guy, isn't it? Come and be our under-19s manager. We have to pay 110k for him. In fact, was he actually any good? 13 working with youngsters. He'll do. You do a job, Julio. You're in. We got there in the end, didn't we? Not Batista, Baptista. I remember when he signed for Arsenal. Did he score in the 4-4 or something? There was some, that was like the era where there were some really big games between Liverpool and Arsenal, weren't there? Oh, look, chat. Look what song it is. Also, I've got a thing to show you. Yeah, you got a hat-trick in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, there you go. That's why I remember that. Cardio, ready? I remember when Arsenal scored 4, yeah. Oh, yeah, in the 4-4, he scored 4, didn't he? He still scored in the 6-3, was it, or something like that? He scored a hat-trick? Was it a 6-3? Another one of those mad games, though, wasn't it? Watch this. Was Schwanky our youngest ever player? That is ridiculous. There you go, look. Just another little thing. Is Schwanky our youngest ever player? Did I actually say that somewhere? Oh, my word. Justin Schwanky has been named our youngest ever player. He played in the Bundesliga at 16. That's so funny. That's so funny. What a guy, Justin Schwanky. We've got Cologne away from home now. I am a bit worried about it because it's away from home. And oh, it's in the cup. Okay, I'm less worried. If we go out, we go out. It's fine. But yeah, do you like the bopping music sounds? Ready? Ready? There we go. He looked shrunk in his Hertha Brazil kit. He did indeed. Leonardo has picked up a knock and he's going to be out for 1 to 2 days. If that just means he misses this next game, I'm going to be upset. I think it will as well. He had a great debut. And now this. Hey.
_die gifted a tier 1 sub to Cardio Party.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Cardio Party. Thank you, Kokota, for the gifted sub to Cardio Party. Let me do some emotes. There we go. Thank you very much. 30 gifted subs in the channel as well. I appreciate that very much. Cheers. Baptista is in. He's going to be our under-19s manager. We've got another Brazilian has joined the club. Always useful, always good. Yeah. All right. Oh, gifted sub emote as well from Kokota. He's smashing it. He understands the emotes. What a guy. Right, he's in. Search ends. Good. You don't really need to learn German, do you? I mean, you can learn it anyway, I suppose. Who would you recommend as a signing? Let's ask him. You might as well ask him, right? Right, Cologne away from home. Do we continue with this tactic or do we go back to what we were going with before? I think we probably go back to... Oh dear, what's happened here? Probably go back to this, don't we? Because we've got our players back. Caligari, Tellez back in. Bruno's back in. We could go really strong with this team. It does mean Leonardo's missing with his slight injury, which is a shame. But our players are back. I think I keep them that way around. Martinelli being back seems like a big thing. He's a bit tired. Shall I go? Angelo's tired as well. Bremer not in the team? Do you know what? I'm going to bring Bremer in. He's Brazilian. We'll go full Brazilian. I think. I think that's the team. We're going to go strong. I'm not massively worried about the cup and actually winning the cup, although it would be nice, of course. It's more the fact that I want a bit of momentum and I don't want to lose again as our players come back. I'd rather go strong and try and win this game, I think. So we're going to go with this. They're in good form. Look at that. 4 wins from their last 5 and they've won the last 4 as well. They've got Edward Leuven, who I despise as a player, as a man. All right, though. Let's see how we get on. We'll do an early shout. And we don't need to look at our formation. We'll look at theirs. And there we go. We're underway. Can we go and get another win? Back-to-back wins, please. We've got our players back finally from that weird under-23s, under-22s tournament that they were playing in against Ecuador and other teams. We need to make a note of that. Is that Olympics base maybe? Hopefully it's every 4 years, not every year. Because I don't want to lose half our squad every year in January. They've missed. That was close. Okay. Caligari down the right-hand side. Pan American Games. Was it that? It could have been. I should probably know, shouldn't I? Tellez, back in the team. He's hit the post. Oh, why is no one following that up? That should have been 1-0. Tellez back in the squad, back in the team. Glitchy Kraken. Thank you very much for the follow. Here's Tellez with a free kick. Vinicius back post. He's at the side netting. That should have been... We should be winning this game by now, shouldn't we, really? A couple of really good chances. Gabriel Martinelli is knackered. We'll do Angelo on for him at some point, I think. We'll do... I'm going to say I'm not happy because we're not winning. It is if they're every 4 years. Okay, it probably is that then. Is the Pan American Games under 22s? Because I think that was the clue, to be honest. I'm good, thank you, Glitchy Kraken. How are you? Welcome. Okay, still 0-0. Let's make a sub. Martinelli's actually our best striker. Also, you're on a yellow. Who do we change here? Antonio on for Bruno? Let's do that. We've been the better team. We've not really created anything second half. We didn't create much first half. There's a highlight now. Here we go. Hinteregger into Hector. Okay, we got that ball back. Felipe, is that deflected down the line there? What? That was a weird pass. This is weird football. They've smashed it long. Felipe's won that header as well. Martinelli's our best striker. Music to my ears. He's really good. He's really good. Big fan of your Twitter content recently. Very funny. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad somebody appreciates the Twitter game. Thank you, buddy. I might go full time on Twitter, to be honest. Pan American Games is football is under 22. It'll be that then. Exactly. Well done, Sherlock. Evan Ilson scores. Flourish. We're 1-0 up. We finally broke the deadlock. It's Evan Ilson. It's another assist from Alex Telles. Back in the team, getting assists. It's what he does. It's a nice finish, actually. Into that corner. Let's do Gabby goal off. Angelo on. Let's also... Who else was tired in there? Telles and Caligari are both tired. Do we have Calvin on the bench? Let's do Calvin for the last 12 then. That shouldn't be an issue with those coming on. I was a bit worried there that they're going to score straight away. You're going to get there. You should do, Evan Ilson. He does. We've got runners. They've won the ball back, but we've got it back again. Evan Ilson. Someone make a run over the top. Evan Ilson is... No, Calvin. Here he is. The ginger Calvin down the right-hand side. His hair is so bright. Brighter than my future. Antonio. It's hit the post. Evan Ilson scores. Doesn't put his arms up. I think he's offside. I'm kind of annoyed that I've seen that as a towel now. If this is offside, then it is really true. Yeah, they run off with their arms down if they're offside. They run off with their arms up if they're onside. Oh, lordy. He's only just offside, but he was offside. Yeah, this version doesn't get 2 yellow cards in 5 seconds. What a ridiculous. That was so real. His hair is so brighter than my future. It's true. It's true. All right. We are heading through in the cup. I wish I didn't know that as well now. I'm sorry if I've ruined it for anybody. Although, it might mean that they change it. We should make it a thing. Please change that, SI. Right, we've won that game. We're through to the next round of the cup. We've won 2 on the bounce. Sorry, it's all good. It's all good, Conquer. I remember it was the linesman that gave it away in the past, wasn't it? You could see whether he was... If he ran back to the halfway line, he was onside. If he didn't, he was offside. Then they changed that. And apparently it's still obvious now. So there you go. Okay, 1-0. Let's send the assistant to that. We're through to the 4th round. The cup draw is, I think, in a couple of days. 2 of our players played for Schalke. You got an assist, which is nice. You've been spotted looking at all of our players. Please don't call them up during our league matches. That's a kind request, please. Thank you. 1 second, chat. Let me just check what's going on with... I don't know how long we'll go for today. Do we go a little bit... We could go a bit longer. Oh, I have got a few... I need to go and get a haircut today. The linesman moving indicated the on-field decision. They could still be wrong, but 99% of the time. Yeah, that's actually true, Ollie. You're right. They weren't very often overruling it, were they? Right, we've got the cup draw. We can draw against any of these teams here then. Dortmund, Dusseldorf, Hoffenheim, Berlin, Bayern, Karlsruhe or Bochum. I'd happily take a 2nd division team here at home, please. Karlsruhe, Bochum or Hoffenheim at home. It's going to be Bayern, isn't it? Dusseldorf will play Hoffenheim, so we haven't got them. Union Berlin. Will it be a Berlin derby? No. There goes another of the Division 2 teams. It's Bayern or Dortmund or Karlsruhe. Can we get extra lucky here and get Karlsruhe? Karlsruhe? Us? Oh, it's Dortmund. Will it be at home? Okay, at least it's at home. That was kind of the 2nd best option, wasn't it? And we got them at home. So Dortmund in the next round. That will be tough. They don't have Haaland, though. They sold him. They've got Luis Suarez, not that one, as their striker. Dortmund in the quarter-final. I guess, though, it's an opportunity to knock out one of the big players. I keep not giving you a new contract. Shall I give... Okay, he needs a new contract. Dortmund are after him as well. He's only on 8k. Caligari. And he only wants 28k. I mean, get rid of this rubbish. Give you a nice bonus if we win things. Let's give you loads of money if you make the team of the year. Happy with that. 28k for him is still really cheap. I mean, I've already done it, but I've promised that we'll talk about it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Big cough. Do I need to rest the team? Are you tired? We've got a game in 2 days. Do you know what? I'm going to give them 1 day's rest. I'm a bit worried they are going to be tired. Let's have 1 day's rest. We play Wolfsburg away in the league. We spent lots of money, didn't they? Wolfsburg in January. Why are Liverpool fans on Twitter acting like Joe Gomez would start for us? I don't think that's that outlandish. I mean, he probably wouldn't now because he's not played football for a while. But Joe Gomez in full swing, there's an argument he'd start for Liverpool. I think Konaté was outrageously good last night, by the way. Like, I think Joe Gomez could start, but obviously not right now. It's not like that's even a particularly dodgy position for Arsenal at the moment. That's what I mean, right? But I don't think it's an outlandish claim to say he would start for most teams. Like, I don't know if there's a conversation about Ben White and Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez in full swing, sorry. I'd probably have him over Ben White. Like, Arsenal are probably one of the teams that that wouldn't start Joe Gomez. I think it's probably a conversation. I don't think it's like, I wouldn't vehemently argue it though. Konaté looked like a muscly Matip last night. I think it was a big call by Klopp to go Konaté last night, and I think he was superb. I disagree, but we've seen our players more than the other. I think this is a thing that needs to be said about football opinions and football bias more often. When you watch your own team, a huge amount more than you watch any other team. You also hear the discourse that goes on around players a lot more than any other teams. Like, it can go both ways. You rate your players much higher than other people will rate them. You also will slate your players a lot harder than other people will too. There will be like opinions in fan bases about players that other clubs and other fans have no idea about. Like, I could talk to John about Chelsea players and I could say like, I don't, let's try and think of an example, right? I don't think Jorginho is very good, because I don't. And he could be like, no, I think he's our best player. He's vital for the way we play. And this isn't actually, I mean, it might be true, but this is not what I'm actually saying. But he would only see that because I only see Jorginho when they play Liverpool, really, or like the odd Super Sunday game. I don't go and actually look at Jorginho and how he performs properly. When he plays Liverpool, they press him to absolute high heaven and he's terrible every time we play him. So my opinion of Jorginho is a lot different to a fan that watches him every week and when they're playing Norwich and he controls the game and dictates things. So obviously you rate your players highly. You have a better idea of your own players, but also those players that aren't starting, like Joe Gomez, for example. I still have a much better memory of Joe Gomez performing brilliantly alongside Van Dijk and thinking he was going to be the future at the heart of the defence for Liverpool, compared to an Arsenal fan, in this case Nicky, now seeing that he doesn't play ahead of Matip, doesn't play ahead of Konaté, is now fourth choice centre-back at Liverpool. And when he has played in all of the cup competitions, you might have seen him play. I don't know if he played in the Arsenal games. He was poor and shaky. So obviously you're not going to rate him very highly. Whereas Liverpool fans are going to remember how good he was back in those seasons when he was really, really good. Same thing for Ben White, right? I've seen Ben White when he's played for Arsenal. I think he's been quite good, but I've also seen him be quite dodgy when he first came in at Arsenal. So my opinion, naturally, and this is a brain thing, you can't like, it's an objective thing. My opinion has been formed based on those observations, so it's very difficult to shake that. Also, own club bias isn't like you have to acknowledge it, but it's a thing. It's not something you can actually get away from. They are literally the players that you support. Your explanation is too rational and reasonable, fam. But it's like this whole, it's literally a cultural thing these days, isn't it? Like, it has to be a polarizing view about everything. Like Liverpool fans saying that they think Joe Gomez, they probably aren't saying it in a very nice way. They're saying he's way better, but there probably is a bit of explanation behind that point of view, isn't there? Gomez needs to move to a club like Villa. I would go down fighting for Kieran Tierney. Exactly. Gomez needs to go to a club like Villa. He definitely does need game time. He definitely probably would do well for a club like Villa. I don't think that's in Liverpool's interest to go and imagine being able to have a player like Joe Gomez as your fourth choice. I think that's exactly what Klopp wants as an option. And it's up to him to get back in that team, isn't it? But yeah, you're probably right. He does need football. He probably needs that. There was a bit of an argument in January to say that he should have gone out on loan to get some first team football, but I don't think Klopp wants to let anybody leave at centre back. I think Klopp would have, with his hands tied, let Nat Phillips go to Bournemouth because of the situation they were in last year with centre backs. I don't think he wanted anybody to leave. Would take him at Leicester all day long. Yeah, exactly. Swinging, exactly. Last year they had 0. Either way, someone needs to replace Mings as a Prem footballer. Tyrone Mings is not a very good footballer. It's not good when you can create a highlight package or a low light package of a centre back, show them all of the terrible mistakes they make, and then you realise they're all from the same match. That was literally Mings against was it Leeds the other day, the 3-3? It's funny though that people act as if your defence is still bad like the end of the Wenger. Again though, that's people's opinions been formed based on things. Also, like the discourse, and people make an opinion, say an opinion, and then that becomes gospel, and people then look for the things where you get this bias based on looking for that opinion that people have talked about. I will continue, and I will always use this as the example, which it's objectively not true if you actually look at the data and actually watch it as a thing, but Trent can't defend. That's something that people say all the time, and it's not his game for a start. And there's going to be points and things and situations where you can see where Trent has defended poorly, but to say he can't defend is based purely on the fact that people said it a lot. People said it, so people went, that's true. Confirmation bias, exactly that. There's the word I was actually looking for, the phrase I was looking for. Now, of course, you're going to look for any opportunity where he doesn't defend particularly well, and you're like, see, can't defend. You could do that with anybody. Literally anybody, you could do that. It's simply not true. Also, he literally, when his starting position is on the opposition goal line, I don't want him to be good at defending. We don't need him to be good at defending. But anyway, that's a conversation for a different day anyway. But yeah, confirmation bias is massively a thing. Same thing, like now, confirmation bias saying Arsenal's defence is poor, when actually that is the one thing that they're actually doing pretty well at the moment. They need to now they need to have a striker, is the thing they need to do. You don't play 200 games for Liverpool at right back if you can't defend. Exactly. But also not play 200 games. Be probably the best player in 100 of those games on the pitch, sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying as well? He has great technique. Love watching him. Yeah, he's fantastic. I love Trent Alexander-Arnold. But again, conversation that we're not really having right now, isn't it? I feel like Arsenal's best defender this has to be Tomiyasu or White. I think Gabriel's been solid this year. Bit of a brain fart in him though. Is the only thing with Gabriel. Mays thinks Gabriel. Gabriel's decision making, what we know when he got the red, it's like, what are you doing? There's a little bit too much of Lovren in that decision making where he has a bit of a brain fart, but generally position wise and he's really good. I think he's probably the best defender. There's a bit of a discourse about Gabriel within the Arsenal fan base, which other fan base would have no idea about him being really good, Nicky. Again, exactly. Tony Adams was one of the best centre-backs in the world in the early 90s, but did he make mistakes? Yes, of course he did. Could you go and now create a highlight reel of those defence? Yes. Right? Fellow Gooner here, who'd be your strikers to replace Aubameyang and Lacazette? If you say fellow Gooner here, is that... I'm not an Arsenal fan, by the way, but yeah. Who would you replace Aubameyang and Lacazette? I don't know. Martinelli, probably? But I'm not being good as everyone had hyped him up to it. Oh, really, Nick? Interesting. Lovren-esque is the best way of describing him. Brilliant on his day. Brain fart moments. Yeah, massively. Jesus, if he leaves City, that'd be a good signing. I don't think it happens, but it would be a good signing. And to be honest, Nicky, that kind of underlines the point we were making, isn't it? That people decide these things and then it's also a human nature thing. Like this is the way the brain works. Like people have it. When people say Trent can't defend, there's a part of me that thinks that's just lazy. You're just going along with what people think. But there is also a part of it that it is neurological, and that you look for these things and notice these things because people have said it, and it is subconscious, and you think that because of it, right? I don't know if I'm making sense with that, but it's not necessarily people's fault either at the same time. What he's saying is all Prem footballers are good. Not really. I think there is... yes, obviously they are really good, but small differences make a big difference in the Premier League as well, don't they? You said nearly. Yeah. But I'm not saying that there's none that are bad, obviously, but we call them bad because comparatively their failings make a big difference. Anyway, we've got a game here. Let me pick this team and we can continue this discussion. Except for Benteke. Benteke is the most confidence-driven player in the Premier League, I reckon. Because that was weird. His fall from grace was weird, and it was purely confidence-based, I feel. There's probably a few that's happened to, isn't there? Deza, by the way, thank you for the follow. Right. Martinelli through the middle? I don't mind that, you know. Leonardo starting? Who does that leave out? Leaves Angelo out. Angelo was a bit of our project, wasn't he? I'm not sure if I want to leave him out. You reckon you could be a Premier League footballer if it wasn't for your knee and lack of talent? Yeah, probably the lack of talent part, but yep. I reckon Trent getting compared to James all the time plays into the can't defend argument. Probably, but also like very different, like playing in different teams and different setups and different tactics. Very different players, different roles they need to go and it's kind of like probably, but then also like people have decided same thing. People have decided that Reece James is great at defending, whereas if that had been just because it happened, if there had been a moment like basically if Reece James had played against Real Madrid when he was 17 or something like Trent did or something, I'm not saying this actually happened, and people had decided that he wasn't very good at defending, we'd all be looking for the times where Reece James defends poorly, and that would be the narrative. It's all I know is Klopp loves Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I would agree with Jurgen Klopp on absolutely everything. So that's it. They're very different players. They are, yeah. Like comparing babies to bathwater. Who would do that? It's just people who don't support Liverpool trying to find fault. That's also true as well. You kind of like, you look for faults in the opposition and your rivals' teams, don't you? It kind of that's a natural thing to do as well. I think Trent is very good because he gives the FPL points, and that is Nicky's life these days. So yeah, I'm on board with that. What am I doing? I'm going to do Bremer instead of Zagadou. I think we're gonna go with that front three. You know, it's a bit out there. I think we're going to go for it. Hey, Luke. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. I'm in too deep. I need a ladder. Yeah. No idea why people compare them outside of their position. Yeah, that's also a weird one. This feels wrong. Hello, Will. We're live. It's a Thursday. I think England comes into it a lot. I guess so, yeah, with the fact that the England team is a thing. But like, if you've got like Gareth Southgate as your manager, who do I want? This is a genuine answer. Who do I want to play right back in a Gareth Southgate England team? The answer is Reece James. That's because is Trent going to be effective in that system? No. Kyle Walker, yeah, Kyle, out of the two of them is what I mean there. Or Walker, yes, that is genuinely the answer. I would go for Walker or James over Trent if Gareth Southgate's the manager. But if it was anybody with a tactical brain, no. Like, because you'd get the best out of Trent. Trent's probably, simultaneously, England's best player. I reckon he's up there genuinely as well. That might be an outlandish thing to say, and people will probably disagree. Again, it goes back to, he plays for my football club, so yes, that's why I think that. Good save, Neto. He's simultaneously England's best player, in my opinion, and I don't think he should start for England. That is mental, isn't it? But I think, genuinely, that's probably how I feel. GS, what is my least creative option? Yes, that one, please. Yeah. Play 4-4-2 and get Trent at right mid. There's definitely options to try and do it. Whack Trippier there. Why would you say that, Will? He is actually class, to be fair. He started brilliantly at Newcastle. It's a shame about the injury. It's Smith Rowe. We've scored. Evan Ilson has given us the lead. It's from a far post cross. You do love to see it. Get in. 1-0 up against Wolfsburg here. It's a nice Caligari assist here. Love that Trippier's injured already. It's a joke, isn't it? He's actually been so helpful for Newcastle as well. It is a bit of a hit to their survival chances, although I think they do stay up, by the way. Ainsley Matalan-Niels plays right back. He does.
Ainsley Matalan-Niels.
Is he playing right back for... He went to Roma to go and play anywhere that wasn't right back, right? And now he's playing right back for them. Or right wing back, I think it is, isn't it, for Roma? I don't think Newcastle are going down anymore. I don't think so either. I think there's a bit too much momentum there. There's a bit too much good feeling about the club, goodwill about the club at the moment. That goes a long way to a relegation survival. When England when there were discussions to move Trent into midfield for England, Klopp came out and said, "Why would you turn the best right back in the world into a midfielder?" But for England, yeah, probably because he doesn't want. That doesn't help Liverpool, CRT. If England start playing Trent centre mid, and then there becomes this big discussion about you should play Trent at centre mid, and then fans that aren't quite up to, like, who aren't Jurgen Klopp will call for that, and that becomes a big discussion. Trent playing centre mid for England doesn't benefit Liverpool in any way, and Jurgen Klopp is looking for things that benefit Liverpool because that's his job. Yeah, Bruno's not played yet, I don't think. Hopefully see James Ward-Prowse and Bowen at the World Cup. I mean, I'm behind both of those as options. As a person who loves both of those people. Take them both. Play them both. Surely Trent playing for Gareth is perfect for Trent. He'll play 3 at the back with wing back, so Trent would have full license to bomb forward. Not really, because it's not the way they play. Like, in theory, yes, but that's just not the way they play. He wants to play wingers ahead of him, and he wants to do all things that Trent wants to play as the playmaker. Trent is the playmaker in a good team. But when Liverpool play well, it's because Trent Alexander-Arnold's playing well. Oh, it's gone wide. I was looking at getting James Ward-Prowse in for FPL because game week 27 looks utter hell. I've not even thought about this next game week. Is that 27? What are we doing? Triple captain in Salah? Has everyone just agreed that they're doing that? Or are people going to try and do the system, swindle it with something else? It's 26 this week, is it? I've kind of like, with the FPLs that frustrated me recently, it feels like a chore. Oh, how have we not scored there? It feels like a chore because of the cancelled and the postponements and stuff. It's a bit too confusing. You're going to bench boost? I think bench boosting makes sense as well. Like 10 double game weeks in my team. Yeah, I need to sort it actually. Might be controversial this one, but Harry Kane hinders the roles for the rest of the England team. I agree. And again, this is maybe because I don't like Harry Kane. And when I watch Harry Kane, because I don't like him, I look for, like, obviously he's really good, isn't he? But when I watch him, I look for all the things he does wrong so I can say, see, I don't like Harry Kane. I feel like that's maybe too honest as a football fan. I think the team will perform better without him. That's part of being a football manager, though, isn't it? Is that you get your players that are your best players, and you have to try and get as many of them as you can into a system that works. And if you can get Harry Kane into a system that works, that doesn't hinder the team, you get him into the team, don't you? As an American here in triple captain and bench boost, I know it's a thing, Ninja. Don't worry about it. Honesty, I think it's the mindset and the actual like psychology around it. I think it's really interesting in football fandom. And like, well, actually, in culture and society generally these days, I think it's really interesting where we're at in the world. With all the talent in this country, anything apart from winning the World Cup has to be the end of Gareth. Do you reckon, Jacob? I think the past dictates that that's still a bit of a because we've not won anything. I think there's enough. If he does a good run and gets to the semis again, I think you're still happy. I feel like I'm in the minority being pro Southgate. I'm not necessarily anti Southgate, Breezy. I think what he does is he generates enough momentum and happiness, and it gets the country together, which sounds very Brexit, doesn't it? But he pulls everybody in the same, like, it obviously works. He's got England further in any knockouts that we've ever got to. And we've been down that road before. Let's bring in a really tactical manager that knows what he's doing football-wise, but doesn't understand there's a lot more to it for a tournament football like that. You need everyone believing. Jurgen Klopp be a great international manager. Like Fabio Capello was an absolute failure, wasn't he? And he was supposed to be, let's go and get this big name tactical manager. It doesn't work. Sven-Goran Eriksson, exactly that, right? You need both. You probably do need both. Like there's like limitations to having Southgate, but he brings that core group together enough that hopefully builds over time as well. Like maybe this third tournament now is the one where there's enough belief in there because they got to the final. But then you're kind of thinking like tactically that final 1-0 up, if you had anyone who wasn't Southgate who was a bit better than Southgate in that sense, does he win that game? Do you see out that game 1-0 against Italy? But I guess part of management is the arrogance that you're always right. There's that as well. Maybe we need better coaches. I think that's probably the way I'd try and do this, you know. You have Southgate there as the yes man, as the guy at the top, and you bring in these tactical coaches around. 90% of what he does works. I think it's actually reacting to moments as well rather than anything else. Italy were there for the taking, he part of the bus, yeah. Absorb pressure for absolutely no reason and let like Chiellini run the game. Like that, what's happening? Definitely not reactive enough. I think that's maybe not his tactical approaches, because I actually think he was quite brave in the way he set up and quite went against what when you have like tournament football, the whole world decides we should play this and we should have Kieran Dyer on the left wing. And everyone's like, why is he not doing that? Bring on Grealish is the example from this year, right? But he didn't do that. He stuck to his guns, did his own thing, and got us to the final. It was then in the final and in games where he needed to react that he didn't and couldn't. He played, was it a 4 that he played against Germany and everyone was shocked and we knocked Germany out? Like, actually, tactically, that's sound. Maybe, again, and we'll go back to this honesty thing, maybe... Am I just being lazy in the way that I'm seeing things? Am I being lazy and thinking Southgate, great manager, but poor tactically? Like he matched them up shape-wise. It was the 5 against Germany. Yeah, maybe I'm doing that, and I'm like I find it so interesting that I'm happy to kind of say that. But I do still feel like, and then this could be just as a reaction to the fact that they lost the game. My criticism is that they didn't react in the final, right? And they didn't change something. But that's maybe because they lost. If they'd won that game, I'd be going, do you know what? He smashed it. We're 60 minutes in here. I'm trying to make a sub, but we're talking about all things that are anything to do with that. But I do like those conversations. I find them really interesting. Shall we do Angelo? Oh, yeah, we didn't play Vinicius. I'm going to do Vinicius up front through the middle. Why didn't he start? An interesting one. I don't know why we didn't start. We'll also do Antonio on. Without Spinazzola, Italy were there for the taking. Spinazzola was probably their best player up to that point, wasn't he? And then he was injured. Oh, they were absolutely there for the taking. England looked like they were the better team and then obviously scored super early. Scored too early. Football cliche alert. Scored too early and then got nervous, I think. Kind of sort of seized up and, yeah. Stop playing with that bit of arrogance that we had. Then maybe that needed a manager to react to it, maybe. Defo scored too early, yeah, massively. No matter who's in charge, we're still English and we'll bottle it in the end. It did feel incredibly... what's the word here? Inevitable, I think is the word, isn't it? What is that pass? I mean... What is happening? I think part of the problem is it looks slow compared to the football in the Prem. The only game it really showed was the Scotland game. But other than that, the game plan basically worked. That Scotland game was massively over-egged as well, by the way. Like, I think, and I hope, Southgate was there thinking, a draw's fine, yeah. A draw is absolutely fine. Pragmatic. It's a pragmatic draw. I hope that was what he was thinking. It'd been way worse to lose to Scotland. Way worse to lose to Scotland than just draw 0-0. Because to be honest, you just need to qualify, don't you? And they were always going to qualify. Reacting to the game was the difference. Mancini reacted to playing back 3 and changed the game in their favour. We panicked, didn't change. I think you're probably right. Leonardo! He's offside, I think. He doesn't put his arms up, so he is offside. Scotland's a leveler. Obviously, like, they were up for it. That isn't a cliche, it is. Didn't want to embarrass himself. I think, yeah. Obviously, there's going to be that rivalry there, and Scotland fans are going to, like, make a big deal out of the fact that they drew and, like, you only managed to draw to us and stuff. But what I hope as the manager, Southgate was sat there thinking, that's fine. We'll take a draw. Right, we've got away with one there. Do we have another sub left? No. We've got a few minutes left of added time. I'm going to put that on. I think we'll be fine. Oh, God, there's actually a highlight to them. Oh, he's missed it. I thought we were about to do it. Another thing, the casual only watch England in tournaments. There is that as well, actually. That's true. I do think England can win the World Cup, despite my Southgate criticisms. They definitely can. I mean, that's what? Semi-final and a final in the two most recent tournaments. They have to be in the discussion. Are we not going to see this game out? We've managed to concede 2 chances in the last... Well, in added time. I think that they might equalise here. Right, it's out. It's a free kick to us. This should be fine. And you look at the squad, definitely. Right, we've won the game 1-0. It was an ugly win, but it's a win. It means we stay 4 points behind. Did Dortmund win? They did. So everybody at the top won. Bayern won 2-0 against Leipzig. Did Mainz win? I think they did. Yeah, they did. Literally the top 4 all won there. And Bielefeld won. So, to be honest, it just means that it's good that we didn't drop points, isn't it? Does Gareth Bale still play football? Did he come on? He played against PSG, didn't he? I saw, well, I say that. I watched like the end of the game and I saw him walking off at the end. So I was like, oh, Bale actually played. I think he must have came off the bench. Yeah, he did. Qatar are winning the World Cup. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they are. England only took the lead after Grealish came on against Germany. So you could argue it would have been easy if he started or maybe not. We'll never know. Oh, yeah, they did. That's true. I mean, it could have been very different if Muller puts that away as well. That chance, isn't it? He started their game at the weekend as well, did he? What was going on with that picture of his legs, by the way? The Gareth Bale pictures of his little skinny legs. That was weird, wasn't it? That was odd. We've got Freiburg in 7 days. We've got a bit of a rest, but we've actually won 3 on the bounce here. Kept clean sheets in all 3 of them. And we might be back on track. It's a home game against Freiburg, which we should win. Then we play Metz at home. Then we've got Dortmund away in the league, which is a tough game. A magic thing called camera angles. Was that all it was with his legs? Because they did look tiny, didn't they? Did I see his contract isn't being extended? I would guess that it wouldn't be. Do you think Bale's in the best British player of all time convo? Yeah. Probably. I think you can forget how good Gareth Bale was when he first went to Real Madrid. Or even when he was at Real Madrid. Like, he was like top 3. Like, he was like Messi, Ronaldo, Bale at one point. That was genuinely the conversation, wasn't it? I think just purely on that, I think if we're talking about what levels he reached, yes. If we're talking about sustaining it at that level, maybe less so. He won a lot of Champions Leagues. He scored goals in Champions League finals. He's, yeah, I think he has to be up there. But then, like, there's obviously arguments against that. Like, he was in a Real Madrid team that won, was it 3 in a row they won? His last season at Tottenham was outrageous. That's when a player just properly catches fire, isn't it? Like Liverpool Torres. A player just goes like, Jesus, they are on it. Like Salah, one of that season he scored 50 odd. Or Suarez. I'm thinking of Liverpool examples, obviously. But, you know, you're like, okay, they've gone to another level here. Coutinho, before he went to Barcelona, was that. When he did Bartra in the Clasico, when he went 10 yards off the pitch, that is iconic, that goal, wasn't it? Iconic. Kane for 3 years. Yeah, Kane, I suppose. Andy Johnson at Palace. Yeah, exactly. You're like, is he really good? And then he, did he get an England cap in the end, Andy Johnson? And then he was like, he's actually not very good. He's just in form. He's just confidence. Psychology in football. Massive thing. It's massive. Michu at Swansea and then fell off the face of the earth, didn't he, Michu? Wales 2016, Bale. Wales 2016, Robson Kanu, him. Darren Bent for a while, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, the Inter one. I think he played left back in that game, the Champions League one. That was brilliant. Yeah, Pookie for the first 10 games of that season. That was true. Right, Caligari signed a new contract. Happy days. He's going to be really good for us. BRB going to watch Wales Belgium 2016 highlights. Yeah, that was wild. I was at I was at the pub after work. Was it on a Friday, that game? It must have been. And I kind of so I was there, it was like a works drinks thing. There's everybody there, but there's a little TV screen. And I was there watching that, not really talking to anybody. I was like, this is wild. Wales are beating Belgium. Yeah. Trapped at QPR. Yeah, these ones. Oh, Amir Zaki scored a worldie of a bicycle kick against Liverpool once. Prime Arsenal Aubameyang. Maybe. I don't know if he quite hit those heights, but maybe. People forget Sam Vokes scored after Robson Carney. Yeah, they did. The streets will never forget Tarabt at QPR, yeah. Just running through players, wasn't he? I love it. I love a player can just catch a hot streak and then just cement themselves in the history of that football club. I remember when Maxi Rodriguez scored back-to-back hat-tricks for Liverpool once. And I was like, I love him. He's not one of my favourite ever Liverpool players. He was terrible. A nice guy though, by all accounts. He went back to Argentina to save his, one of his ex-teams. Ooh, that's good. I like these news items. Are always nice, aren't they? Come on, Wilfred Boney. Score some goals for Swansea. Yeah, Michu. Swansea have had a few, haven't they? They had Boney and Swansea and Michu. You reckon you would have won the Euros without Ramsey and Davies being suspended? Maybe. Yeah, Dembele at Dortmund was amazing. Dembele at Dortmund made me really sad that Liverpool didn't sign him. I remember he was linked to Liverpool when he was at Rennes and then went to Dortmund. I was like, we missed him. And then I always wanted Liverpool to sign him. Then he went to Barcelona, and now I really don't want them to sign him. There's nothing in football like seeing a player who's clearly been trying finally hitting form. Yeah. This is a biased opinion of mine with Joe Linton. Yeah. When it's one of your players, you're like, yes, they're reaping the benefits. Dembele was nailed on future Ballon d'Or winner at Dortmund. Yeah, because he took penalties with both feet. I think that's what did it. I think Maxi announced retirement recently and thanked Bielsa for starting off his career. Well, yeah, I think he did actually. That rings a bell. Yeah, I loved Maxi Rodriguez at Liverpool. Liverpool hoping for Keita. Tell you what, Keita was great last night. Those subs, by the way, Klopp is slated for his subs fairly often. Again, this is probably a Liverpool conversation, but Klopp's subs are the one thing he does get criticised for fairly often. He was excellent. Klopp's subs were excellent. Keita was brilliant. Henderson was brilliant when he came on. People were fuming when he took Fabinho off. Henderson went in there and was then really, really good. Settled the team massively. Keita came on, was really good. Who was the other player? Oh, Diaz was a threat when he came on as well. Wasn't Maxi involved in that unreal 30-yard pass? Yeah, he was. He also scored a worldie of a volley in that tournament. Matt, was it the same tournament? Search Maxi Rodriguez volley. And it was an absolute worldie. Helps when you can bring on Diaz instead of Minamino. Yeah, definitely. Another bid for Calvin. Still think Thiago deserved to get subbed. I don't think it was Thiago's best game. I also don't think it was Firmino's best game. I mean, I know he got the goal, the first one. I feel like Roberto Firmino lost the ball on every single time he had possession for the first half an hour he was on the pitch. Then scored a goal. It's all fine. Great header. Exactly. I forgot Nainggolan's goal. Oh, yeah. In the quarterfinals, a screamer. Are you actually watching the highlights? That's cool. Do you prefer Henderson as the DM? Not a Liverpool fan, but I see him more as a right-sided centre mid. So this is difficult. I prefer him as a right-sided centre mid, mainly because it means that Fabinho's playing as the DM. And I'd much prefer Fabinho to play the DM. Did you know, by the way, that before last night, Fabinho had scored 5 goals in 7 games? What is that? What is that all about? I know he got 2 against Shrewsbury, wasn't it? Unreal stat, isn't it? Are Liverpool still in for Carvalho? I think they do go and get Carvalho in the summer, Breezy, yeah. I think they do. I thought Henderson Fabinho made a lot of sense. Fabinho's great side to side. Henderson great vertically. Liverpool need that player to drop in between the centre-backs to stop the two strikers. Yeah. To be fair, I'm not sure, like... I think Fabinho's a lot better vertically than you maybe give him credit for there. But no, it's definitely a good sub. It worked out well. I think the part of it was also Fabinho was everywhere up until that point and was probably tired. Was probably tiring. Hasn't he already agreed to join? I don't think it's official, but there's a few basically what I think is that probably is the case behind the scenes. Is that a great signing because it means they're not signing Bowen? Breezy. I don't know. I don't know if that one's the done deal. Maybe it's less likely now with Diaz
Follow me. Okay.
coming in, but Liverpool do this with players that they like. They'll circle back around for them fairly often. Yeah, he was basically doing all three centre mid positions. He was everywhere. When did you get injured and what is it? 2 weeks. He's got an abdominal muscle strain, Gabriel. We'll bring Zagadou in for him, which isn't the end of the world. Now, strikers wise, Evan Nilsson has actually been scoring goals. He's got 8 in 11. Waiting to bounce, they are, yeah. I reckon if Mane goes, Bowen comes in. Yeah. I don't know if Mane will go. Or Salah. Still a bit mad that he hasn't signed the contract, though, to be fair. Like, signed a ting. Danny Welbeck. I might go back to Vinicius and put Gabriel that side. That's maybe a bit harsh to not start Leonardo. He's had a good start to his career with us. Or his second career with us. Did we? We didn't sign him permanently, did we? No. Not sure how legit it was, but I read this morning Mbappe might sign a new short contract. I mean, yeah, someone said that there's links to Liverpool again. Yes, that's not happening. But imagine. I love that as a fan. That's not happening, but imagine. I'm a bit sad that Antonio's not been a starter this year, but his average ratings don't look great. But then again, nor do we don't get great average ratings from our centre mids, it seems, and they're really good players. I think we're going to go with those two. Right, Freiburg at home. May have been some rubbish in the know because I was tired at the time. Possibly. Probably, to be honest. On my way, on my way. I don't know if this is because I've got older and more cynical, or it's just the way that transfer rumours have gone with football that I read things and I'm like 99% sure that's not true. Zagadou, back post from the throw. We're good at these throw-ins. What's your out of possession instructions? I can show you. Out of possession instructions are those ones there. So you can see we've just gone 1-0 up. That is a short throw-in set piece that works a lot. You might see it. The back post header from a centre-back. Look, Zagadou there has given us the lead. Same, but I'm always cynical. Yeah, I think I'm more cynical as I get older as well. Oh, nice. The new gen, next gen cheat sheet. I like it. That's a good name for it. What date do those come out? I need to actually keep an eye out. I think I've missed it in like the past 2 seasons in this save. There's only one source I trust, West Ham news. Everything else is likely nonsense. Same with Liverpool. I think most clubs have that, don't they? They have their one journalist. Like if Paul Joyce tweets it for Liverpool, I'm like, that's true. If anybody else does, I'm like, Bad news Pierce. James Pierce used to be good for it, but then he's a little bit... I think the club stopped giving him information, it seems. I miss getting my transfer rumours from BBC Sport gossip column. Yeah, those were the days, weren't they? I look at those now just for a little bit of light relief. I'm like, what are we saying today then? Oh, right. Ronaldo to Lecce. Interesting. For the past 5 years of fakeovers at Newcastle, I've learned to not believe a lot until a top-tier journalist. Yeah. And Keith Downey or Pete Graves tweets it. It's official to me. Yeah, I think most clubs have that one journalist that makes it real. Exactly. The Athletic ran some dodgy pieces and Liverpool are like, yeah, because James was at, well, I think James Pierce was at the Echo, wasn't he? Then he went to the Athletic, and then over time, after some strained relationships with the Athletic, I think they've they definitely don't seem to be getting the same info. There was on deadline day, there was like a classic James Pierce misinformation tweet, wasn't there? And it's like, It's a bit awkward now. We're 3-0 up, by the way. Inside 13 minutes. This is much more like it. Evan Ilson has scored another. I think he's now on... Did he score 2 here? I think he's now on 9 in 12. Anyway, I get my news from Indy Kayla. Yeah, Indy is the best. He's the GOAT. I actually really like him. Because he gets so much... He gets so many pelters, doesn't he? And he's always just like, whatever. I really like him. Good old Indy. You get your news from the hive mind. Nice. That's a trustworthy source. Just from the things we say here. Which is usually like, oh, this is based on absolutely nothing. But I reckon... Tapping merchant Romano. Yeah, Fab is a bit of a tapping merchant, isn't he? Is there anything even official under Dharmesh and Kava? Yeah, exactly, Matt. We're 3-0 up here. I know these aren't very good, but this is a great start to the game. They might score here, though. I reckon Real Madrid are signing Ilias Chair. Can we have your best chat? What I'd like is your best fake transfer rumour, please. And we'll see if any of them catch on. And then if it does, we can go back to the chat logs. If any of these random things happen, we can be like, I predicted it on the 17th of February, 2022. You can make them as believable as you want. I suppose it's better if you actually believe they might happen. But you can go outlandish if you want. Anyone to Liverpool, never happening. Vlahovic to Arsenal, obviously. Oh, sad times. Sad times. That was a bit of a, oh no. He's gone to Juventus after all. We're gonna, oh, what a goal that is, by the way. I know he's onside as well. Look at this goal. Look at this goal. Look at the football we have just played here for this. This is a beauty because he's onside as well because he lifted his arm up. Watch it. Zagadao into Tellez. Tellez into Vinicius. Vinicius back to him. Tellez into Evan Ilson. Little cross ball. Tap in for Martinelli. That is a beauty. A beauty. Newcastle will sign Osimhen in the next two. In one of the next two. Royce to Liverpool. Classic. Simao to Liverpool. Viking Dan to manage Aberdeen IRL. I mean, imagine that one happens. Noble to Barca, 1 year deal. Yeah, can see it happening. Any washed former superstar to Manchester United. If they've got 3 million Instagram followers, link them to United. I watched this morning. I want to see if I can find this. Can somebody go and see if you can find this? Go and find Zlatan Ibrahimovic hat-trick for United against some farmers. It's honestly the worst hat-trick I've ever seen, and I watched it because someone was talking about it was on the timeline this morning. I was like, honestly, that is the worst worst hat-trick I've ever seen. Yeah, in the Europa League. Was it Saint Etienne, was it? Europa League Twitter posted it. Yeah, that was it. It's so bad. It's so bad that it's really funny. He's kind of like standing there all arrogant as well. He's like, he's taken a free kick that's deflected off 4 people, and he's stood there going, what? So good. I'd take a bad hat-trick any day of the week. Yeah, I guess so. Vinicius style, yeah. Worse than Coutts' hat-trick. At least Coutts' hat-trick was like deliberate. That was a Luis Suarez hat-trick. Disguised as a Dirk Kuyt hat-trick, by the way. I loved that hat-trick. All from a grand total of a combined 4 yards out. How has that gone in? Tyler Adams. Tobes likes this. 5-1, by the way. We're smashing it here. Is that it? Right, there it is, chat. I won't show it on... Am I allowed to show that on stream? I guess it's been tweeted out, but I don't know what the rules around like copyrights and things. Will I just get banned if I show that? Remember when Z got banned for a bit because he showed some highlight or something? I'm going to not risk it. But anyway, it's in the chat there. Go watch that hat trick that Breezy's just posted. It's unbelievable. Over the top reactions and call for fair use. We could do that, couldn't we? I could do like some air horns. And then like... Are we going for a 6 here? Zagadao. There's that throw in again. He's missed it though. It's poor, isn't it, Woodchip? It's really funny though. We can make subs here because we're 5-1 up. I'm going to make 3. We'll do Leonardo on for Martinelli. We'll leave Evan Ilson on, but we'll do Angelo on through the middle. Let's also do... Who do I want to give game time to? Antonio, probably, for Paqueta. Thank you for the follow, Jasper. Appreciate it, buddy. Also, did I miss this one? James and Kathy, thank you for the follow. And Suntext, thank you for the follow. Suntex HD, thank you for the follow as well before that. The free kick's so good, isn't it, Ollie? Stands there after as well, like proper celebrating it. Well, or like lack of celebration makes it look like he's celebrating it more. Like giving it an arrogance after it. The penalty's the best goal in it. Hat trick! Oh, he's hit the post. Evan Nilsson, you deserved it. That would have been a better hat trick than the Zlatan one as well. Just pull out a PS5 controller and pretend to play FIFA. That's true, actually. I don't genuinely... Does anyone know the rule on that? Like, it's probably not worth a risk, is it? But if I show highlights that are tweeted, is that allowed? I don't know. They seem to be funny on like sports things, don't they, on Twitch? So it's really good, really good. I was going to tweet it, then I was like, oh, it's probably been tweeted. You know when you like, I've got a really funny thing to reply to this, or like quote tweet it with, and then you look at the comment or like the replies to it and you're like, oh, they've already said it. It's already been done. Maybe he's in awe, maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it, inferior. What a win this is, by the way. Back to winning ways indeed. We've won 5-1. Mainz have won as well, so they'll be continuing. I wonder if Bayern have dropped points. Probably not. I wonder if Dortmund have dropped points. We play them very soon. Was it Twitter highlights that Z got struck for, was it? Yeah, I won't risk it then. Can we count Darren Bent as over-celebrating when his goal went in off it? It was a beach ball, Matt, and yeah, I still, that gives me, wakes me up in the middle of the night. Horrible. It's like Pepe Reina stood there like the ball's gone to the other side of him and he's just stood there like, what happened then? Ice Hulk, thank you for the follow, buddy. We've won 5-1. Did anybody drop points? No. Dortmund won. Bayern won. Bayern must have played. No, yeah, Bayern won 3-0. So it's nice because it means that we're chugging along nicely, but we're not making up any points on anybody else. It's a 5-point lead over Dortmund, and we play them. Is it next, or is there game? There's another game before that. I think we might play Metz next, actually. And then the question was one of the... Oh, yeah. It was on one of the game shows, like The Chase or something, and they had 3 options, like, what did Darren Bent score that goal off? And they said ice cream truck. Yep. That beach ball goal scored is a better goal than any of the Zlatan goals, probably. Where do you think Haaland and Mbappe will be next season? I actually don't know with Haaland. Haaland might join... I think Mbappe will be at Real Madrid. Does Haaland come to the Prem? Does Haaland join City? Is that why City aren't signing a striker? Or does he go to United? Is that the answer for United? Did they go and throw all the money at Haaland? I can see him at City, but I don't know if that's an FM thing. Like, do I just see that because of FM? He won't go United? I don't know. Probably not. I think, actually, post Ronaldo going to United, he probably would have done. I think this is proof that how badly it can go. We've just paid 30 million for Marcos Antonio, by the way. We are going to be in some debt now. Oh, dear. It's fine. He said he doesn't like the Prem. I do wonder if that's part of it. The Prem's hard. And if you are trying to build this legacy, if you're trying to build this narrative that you're the best player in the world, do you avoid the Premier League? I think some players will actually have that thought. Other players will have the thought of like, I need to go and conquer the Prem as well. But other players, like Messi dodged the Prem his whole career. Should honestly just go to Bayern for the memes. Well, if he goes there, it would... I mean, he knows he would score goals. He would probably win the league. Well, he would win the league every year. They'd probably be competitive in Europe. Like, it's not the worst move. Dortmund fans would hate him. But then again, it's a well-trodden path, isn't it? Haaland in La Liga would be nuts. Yeah. I can also absolutely see it happening. I can as well. If you're just under that elite level, then performing in the Prem will make you excel. Sula to Dortmund was weird, right? Yeah, that was a weird one. That was a weird one. Again, it's happened before, isn't it? It's like the Hummels back and forth job, isn't it? Shock. Bielefeld beat Wolfsburg. Is that a shock? They are 5th. And Wolfsburg are 8th. I'm not sure that's that much of a shock, is it? Yeah, we've got Metz next. We've got a Europa League game. BVB player going to Bayern Munich. What's in that coffee? Yeah, imagine. I hope he doesn't either. I still don't know. Like, are Real Madrid good? I don't think they are. Like, and Barcelona are a mess. So yeah, I think you avoid that really. Premier's oversaturated with star players. I think that's possibly true. How was Schalke getting on in your save? They're still in the league below. They didn't get promoted last year. They're still in Bundesliga 2 and they're 6th. Not great, really. They need a new manager. Maybe we should send Gary Megson there. They've actually got 2 of our players as well playing for them. In 2 of our players. Ramon and Bruno Gomez are both on loan from us that can play for them. They're not good. Everyone else is just worse. Sevilla and Batista 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, that is mud. That is mud. Yeah, Daniel, when I say dodge the Prem, I'm not sure he did dodge the Prem either. He's obviously stayed at Barcelona. Is more of it, isn't it? Yeah, maybe that sounded negative. I didn't mean it to be negative like that. It's not like he dodged it. I think actually he probably made the right choice, didn't he? Did you watch the Super Bowl, by the way? I watched the first half again. That's my ritual. That's what I do every year now. Just watch the first half. I watch the halftime show and I go to sleep because I'm actually not that interested in the sport. Up the Worms. Did the Worms win?
Ainsley Matalan-Niels.
That's the wrong thing. And now we've been offered Worms. But you know, I did enjoy the halftime show, and basically what happened in the first half ended up being the final score, right? Obviously with a few more goals. Not goals. Messi has more goals against top 6 teams than some players have played in the Prem. Some weird stat. Yeah, I know. It's mental, isn't it? He stayed in Barcelona to avoid playing League Catamol. Yep. Second half was better, was it? See, I wouldn't know what's better and what's worse. So, I enjoy the whole fanfare around the Super Bowl, I must say. I enjoy the idea of, like, staying up late to watch it as well sometimes. But then I was just like, I'm a bit bored of... I am bored now that the carrot of the halftime show is done. Home runs? Is that a thing? Tries? I think hoops. I think they score hoops, don't they? I thought of coming up against Dayan Lover and terrified Messi, yeah. Right, we've got the home leg against Mets here. We do need to go and put on a bit of a clinic. We need to go through here. I enjoy the idea of The Rock introducing Leicester Southampton in the FA Cup final, yeah. Did you see the official NFL... I think it was the official NFL YouTube channel titled their video of The Rock doing that, saying Fortnite guy introduces Super Bowl match or something, and they called The Rock Fortnite guy, or guy from Fortnite. Did you see that? Like, I was like, yes. So good. Someone find it. It's legit. It's actually what they titled it. It's got to sell it to the kids, haven't you? Appeal to the youth. Exactly. Guy from Fortnite with the most electrifying introduction in Super Bowl history. That's exactly what that's what they titled it. Really good. Really good. Yeah, they are. I know that they're kind of like poking fun, aren't they? Taking the mick, but yeah, really funny. Career peaked. Like the titles of unofficial clips channels. Yeah. And like, it's like that thumbnail thread that somebody did the other day, right, as well. Is that it there? Look. Yeah. Look, chat. I'll put it on here. They actually called it. Oh dear, I'm playing it. They actually called it. Look. Yeah, Adam Boltwood. I like him. He's good. Guy from Fortnite with the most electrifying introduction in Super Bowl history. Really funny. Not Ninja, no. I don't know why it does this. When I come back to the game, it goes really big like that. It's not a big deal, but it's weird. Why does that work? Yeah, it kind of breaks that as well. I don't know why. What's he wearing though? I don't know. I've clicked off it now. React. Sorry, I should have reacted, shouldn't I? Right. Instead, we're going to go and play Mets in the Champions League. No, that's a lie. In the Europa League. Let's pick a team and go from there. The Rock on Twitch next, probably. Is the new Mets badge bad, is it? Are we missing Gabriel? Yeah, Gabriel's still injured. The rest of the team, though, I think it stays the same. We just won 5-0, didn't we? Let's do... Did I do this last game? I think that's what I played, right? Oh, Nani Arthur's injured. He'd usually be on the bench. It's the worst badge I've ever seen. What's the new Mets badge? I think I've seen it, actually. Is it Mets FC? FC Mets. Oh, oh yeah, I have seen it. It's just like that one. It's not good. I remember when they did that. By the way, do you remember when Inter changed their badge? I was like watching that game, watching it yesterday, like their new badge is way better. There was uproar when they changed that badge, Inter, and I was looking at it like, it is way better, isn't it? What happened to the lizard? Yeah, I don't know what happened to the lizard. Like scurried away, I think. Yeah, the Leeds champ badge with like the arm. Was it like that or something, wasn't it? That was so bad. They even tweeted it and everything, Leeds, before reverting back, didn't they? People don't like change. I don't know if I'd say it's better, but it's not as bad as the initial uproar. Yeah, like personal opinions, I guess, isn't it? I think I like it better. Yeah, the Leeds badge was crap. Right, team. This is going to be it, I think. We are going to go for these lads. Neto will be in goal. We're going to have Felipe, Bremer, Zagadou, Telles, Caligari, Bruno Paqueta are going to be our midfield too. They seem to have got the starting spots now. Martinelli to the right, Evan Nilsson to the left. Look at his goal scoring record. He is really, really good. He's scored now 10 in 12 starts, which is nice, isn't it? And then Carlos Vinicius is going to be through the middle. Zoom. It's a naughty team. It should be. We're going to play Mets and hopefully get a win. Because we need to get a win because it's 2 legs and this is our home leg. The new City badge is poor. The new City badge. As in the one they've had for a while, or like, is there a new one they're doing? Remember Pontus Jansson saying in an interview that the players actually talked to the owner. Really? So the players were involved. Interesting. Is the Gabby sound still a thing? It is. Oh, by the way, chat, you might have noticed... if you contributed towards deleting the Martinelli sound, I've managed to give you all of your channel points back for that. So you might have woken up. You might have had some bonus channel points when you first came in. So those of you that were saving for like a new gen, you might now be able to afford it. We might do a new... Oh, as he hits the post. We might do a new campaign to delete it. What are they doing there? How have they got away with that? If you we might do a new one of those, but we also might not. I feel like people love it nowadays. I think I got 12 to 15k points back. Yeah, we've scored. It's Zagadou. I don't know, for some reason the other angle made me think that they had scored there. I was looking at the chat. We've scored. Yeah, Ollie, I've been ill as well, so literally I couldn't do videos, so I've been playing around with stream things. Zagadou near post header. Beautiful. The Zagadou sound is still here, Woodchip. He just hasn't scored a goal. I refunded the points that people contributed to delete it, so it's still here. Woken up, what, like Christmas? Yeah. That's as exciting as Christmas, waking up to see you've got some extra bonus channel points. They've scored. We've conceded. I mean, away goals don't count. Ashley Westwood has got the assist for Mets. Why does he play for them? I mean, I rate it. Go on, Ashley. Go and play in France. It's a nice goal, actually, as well. Lovely little ball into the midfield. The run's good. The pass is good. Ashley Westwood's tearing it up. Very weird. Yeah, it was something ridiculous, wasn't it? How have we not scored? How have we not scored there? This is a very open game, first 10 minutes. 10 minutes in, there's been a lot of highlights. God, Vinicius nearly winning it back. I think, was it 1 billion? Was it, what, 500 million? It was like, no, it's like 500,000 or something, wasn't it? But yeah, people, it was too much. It was impossible to get to because I didn't realize that you could, it was capped on how many you could contribute per stream. So if I'd known that, shoot! I would have made it a bit less. We might do it again. It was 1 million, then you load it to 500k. Yeah, there you go. But you could only contribute 6k a stream, I think. So it made it impossible. Caligari! Telles! Shoot! Evan Nielsen, shoot! It's in! Who's offside? Who's offside? I mean, he's onside. It's an own goal. No one's offside. Jemison, the Brazilian. Come on. 2K stream. Yeah, rubbish. Rubbish. They need to change that. Yeah, we got to like 300k, but it was impossible. You have to put a time limit on it as well. Yeah, 2k's rubbish. Like, we could have made it longer, but by that point, it's like no one really cares about the sound anymore. And you're just kind of wasting channel points. I'd rather people could, like, save up for, like, a new gen instead, or, like, a gifted sub rather than... Because you feel compelled to join in with that type of thing, don't you? If we had a really good thing that we could do, like, ideas for what we can save channel points for, that would be good. Let's get something else on the go. Like, we could do the deleting it again if you want to, but I'll just change the amounts. Vinicius scores. I want to see emotes, chat. We're 3-1 up. 21 minutes in. Get your emotes in the chat of Vinicius doing the Mbappe. I want to work out how to make him do it in game. That'd be good. I don't think it's possible. Thank you, Ian. There it is. I should have that on a stream deck button as well, shouldn't I? I'll do it. There we go. There we go. Done. 10 million for a London pub crawl. No. Why can I see... Let me see what they're playing. 4-2-3-1 from them. 3-1 up. They've had one shot and scored from it as well. Evan Nielsen. Martinelli, back post, straight at the keeper. All right, let's... I want 6. I want 6 goals to make this a done deal in the first leg, please. You got the cheater sheet. March 31st and have the... You have 2 in the top 50. Nice, Ollie. I wonder if we'll have any. March the 31st. Okay. Remind me, chat. Look out for the next gen news item in March. 100k and we get to pick a player you have to sell. I don't know if I like the idea of like silly things making you do bad in the save, because there will be people who watch the save and want you to do well, and like, and it wasn't be funny for a bit. It's kind of like, like I don't know how much I like that as an idea. Like, oh, like I'll contribute this many channel points and we pick your formation. I'm like, oh, does that kind of like take away from the whole save? Maybe for me anyway, because I've thought about those things before. Scouting the top 50 of next gen is so tedious. Yeah, there should be a button, shouldn't there? Annoyingly, first is someone the board sold from under you. No, that is annoying. I've just made them complacent at half time there, which is probably not great. 2 assists from Tellez, by the way. Looking for a third here. It is a third. Hat-trick of assists for Alex Tellez. Luis Felipe scores. We're 4-1 up. He's going to be on a 10 out of 10. Tellez, he's on a 9.7 at the moment. He's so good. I think Dan did that for a subathon before, but it was for a special subathon. Yeah, I get that. We did it for a for the War Child charity stream here. We did donations. If you donated to War Child, you got to like pick the tactic, or you got to pick a player. You got to buy a player for the club. So you're just using the editor to just buy them. That was really fun. That really works really well for that type of thing. But like, I think most people who watch on a regular basis watch for like as much of the streamers for the save as well. Like, there's definitely an angle of that. Like, loads of you guys would have watched all of the Hereford save, which I think is so fun. And like, imagine we'd ruined the Hereford save because someone had done loads of channel points and we played like Jer Bruno in goal or something. Do you know what I mean? Can I have a channel point redemption to play the Mai Tai song? Like, that could work. Like, if it was a song, we could play Cardio. There could be a channel point redemption to play Cardio. Like, if it was songs off our playlist anyway, that could work. It would ruin the save if Martinelli just got sold. Yeah. Like, and I know that Ian was kind of like spitballing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I like it so much. But again, going back to those charity streams and things, I really want to do another like 12-hour where we do the similar sort of thing. Like, we play a different save. You can play it for hours. It was so fun. We had like tactics coming in. Like, if you donate to the charity, you get to pick the tactic for the next game. And we had like, I think we played 0 defenders against Spurs and lost 9-0 or something. But it didn't matter because it was its own save and it was really fun. And we had like, did we sign Clayton Donaldson? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, you can limit it, Kokota. Otherwise, it would be cardio and repeat, wouldn't it? Yeah. We'd be bouncing. I want the 12-hour just for the DayZ. I was closer than ever before to streaming DayZ last night, chat. closer than ever before. I mean, maybe it'll be tonight. Oh, Tellez has now scored. He's got 3 assists and a goal. I saw you on DayZ last night. Yeah, I was playing it away and I was like, shall I just stream this? I was like, I think if I was going to stream it, I'd want to start a life from the start so you see the whole journey. And I was like halfway through a bit of an adventure, so I was like, I won't. Apart from when you did stream it. Yeah, I mean, like, off the cuff is what I mean, Stino. Yeah, you're right. 3 best friends that anyone could have. That was a great adventure. I had a great one. There are actually DayZ videos. When does that video out yet? There's a video coming out just on Facebook, like bonus DayZ videos, where it's just me playing. So usually I play on a Thursday night and I play with Facebook there is. Yeah. There's a video of me just doing a solo adventure that I thought I'd make because I was playing anyway and I was like, let's turn this into a video. And I go and make friends and it is the worst. Like, if you thought the end to the Ben, Millie and Jacob friendship was bad, this one's even worse. I started watching the one where you were running over the bunk beds. Yeah, that one. That's a different video, but that was one of them. I was playing with, playing with Tig. So you know Tiger well in this chat because you get him to pronounce names incorrectly. We were playing and I was like, we're going to run around these bunk beds because there's an assault course. We were doing that and then he got shot whilst we were doing that. Worse than throwing himself off the building. Yeah, a bit like that. How can it be worse than calling out to them and then committing suicide? Yeah, I mean, you'll see it. You'll see it. It was very similar in many ways. How you doing, Mike? Good afternoon, my friend. How are you? How's life? Welcome in. Right, we've won that 6-1. Happy days. Happy days. This is why you want to go into the Europa League and not stay in the Champions League. You get 6-1 wins. We've recovered brilliantly, by the way. After it was tough at the start of the stream. We lost this game 3-0, didn't we? And it looked like we were on a downward spiral because we hadn't won the last 2 games. We lost 3-0. It could have been 8-0. Since then today, we've played these 5 games. We've conceded 2 goals, but the 2 goals we conceded were in 5-1 wins and 6-1 wins. We've been brilliant. It's been really good. We've got Dortmund next, which I wonder if we've got time to go and play. Maybe, maybe not. I need to go and have a haircut. Luck modifier baited you in. It did, didn't it? It did. It means that we can go and rest some players probably in that second leg as well. Because with a 6-1 win, I think that's probably wise. Dortmund game away from home, I'm a bit worried about now. Also, Paqueta's out because he's going to be suspended. He's just picked up enough. Oh, no, that's in the Europa League. I think that's fine. That's right. We've already won the tie anyway. Yeah, I need a fresh fade. My hair's very long at the moment, which is less than ideal, isn't it? Less than ideal. But yeah, I don't know what we will do. There might be... I might stream tomorrow morning. Say, might go get one tomorrow, yeah. I'm going to get the train at like 2 o'clock tomorrow, I think. Maybe a bit earlier. I might stream in the morning tomorrow. Chat, if I've got everything else ready. And then I'm not sure. But yeah, there won't be any streams over the weekend because I am away at this stag do in Bristol. So if you're around the area, keep an eye out. We'll be the 4 drunkards in the court. No, I'm doing the office. Way off to Hereford. Now I'm going to... Well, actually, yeah, I am going to Hereford to start with. But then the stag do's in Bristol. Bristol? Where they sound like this. And now we've been offered worms. Lived in Bristol for 2 years. Nice. I like Bristol. It's cool. I was in Bristol not last weekend, the weekend before that as well. Weirdly, I seem to be going there a lot at the moment. They sound like that here. All worms, aren't we? I think before we go, chat, it's a mini London. In lots of ways it is, yeah. I think we should get a round of worms in the chat before we go. In fact, let's put them in the chat now, because if we raid over to somebody, I want a round of all worms, aren't we? I'll do some. Look, there you go. Copy and paste those, and we'll go and put those in somebody's chat. Who should we go and raid over to? Is there anybody live? How long is... Let me refresh the Football Manager page. We've got Matt on. How long do you reckon second yellow card is going to stay on for? Because I think he's been on for most of the time we've been on, right? We could go and raid him and find out, I suppose. He streams until 3. There you go. Do you know what? I should have just asked you, shouldn't I, Mike? Of course you would have known that. Let's go and raid over to Matt and thoroughly confuse him by dropping a load of worms into... You know what I mean? dropping a load of worms into his chat. I want to see loads. Oh, by the way, we could actually have this on here as well. Look, you can actually have some worms up there. Look at that. Big chat. Big chat. Is this the new crab? At the moment, I think it is, yeah. Basically, it's because we got a new affiliate club and I said this. And now we've been offered worms. So now we're all worms in this chat. So let's go and give Matt worms. He'll be very confused and it'll be enjoyable for everybody to see. So yeah, we're going to go and do that. Thank you very much for hanging out today. Loads of you joining in and chatting away. We had some good chats about football there. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I will see you maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then I'll see you next week sometime. But thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. There was a new Plymouth video this morning. Excuse me. Make sure you go and watch that. There's also, I might hopefully do a video today before I go away for the weekend. So yeah, go and check out the YouTube Manly Cough. It was, wasn't it? Thanks for hanging out. We're going to go and raid across to Matthew. Get your worms involved. And have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
When I pull up in that brand new thing with the iced out chain and a new chinchilla. And you aim for the heart when you walked on the floor, you a real gal Batman killer. But you ain't never did with the boys in the band, with the bands and the bops like Dilla. Love it when you hill up, will up, bring it back, come rewind. Touch to have your X-Man back on your line. But I'm a real player, never act like you're mine. Leave you disappointed, you gon' act like you're fine. And I see it all the time. So